get to it, shall we? Oh, we're gonna look at the score right now. Then the separate go. Rona, we'll start with you. I'm not ready for this. Why'd you send me a film theories? I have 3. Why you want me to watch this? You want me to watch? Oh. Okay, never mind. No, fuck it. Okay. Don't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're so freaking long. Oh my God, they're so long. Okay, all right, screw it. Turn back. All right, discuss this. I'm gonna be a rock. Actually, not really.
Hey guys, my name is Zeno.
Hi.
I kind of made you, actually. I kind of made everything.
Oh, hi, God.
Why'd you make Ivan though? Like, that's the real question.
Oh no, what's going on? Is still good, right? Yeah, it's still good. Oh, go back to the beginning. That was weird. What's going on? Hey, go back. Having a little glitch right now, guys. Hold up. Did not just die, dude. My Wi-Fi is still there. Look. Oh, look. This freaking. Gotcha. Watch right here. Screw it.
Hey guys, my name is Zeno.
Hi.
I kind of made you, actually. I kind of made everything.
Oh, hi,
Nice.
God.
Why'd you make Ivan though? Like, that's the real question.
Yeah, please end me.
Hey, you gotta set the
Who's
floor.
Ivan?
You have to set the floor somewhere.
Okay.
It's been a rough year. I had to quarantine, so I'm getting bored. Even though I kind of made COVID too. But hey, man, I gotta listen to what Fauci says. So I gotta figure out who's best fitted to fight this virus, okay?
Beast Boy vs. COVID and rock, paper, scissors. Let's go.
Beast Boy turns into the vaccine and the episode is over.
Because I
Yay!
can.
Beast boy, Beast boy, Beast
Hey,
boy.
Beast Boy.
You guys are talking about Moderna and Pfizer. I want that Beast Boy.
Oh,
True.
everybody wants the Beast Boy, yo.
And it seems like you brought a friend. Do you want to introduce yourself, Tara?
Yo, Mama Raven.
I definitely don't want the Beast Boy vaccine.
Rejected.
It's too late. I'm in the air, yo.
As long as you're not injected in me, that's okay.
Yo, I'm ready for those side effects.
You know, the more I realize what I planned, the more I realize I don't even know why I'm here.
Me either.
So
Are we fighting extinction? Is that what's happening?
we gotta just
Naruto.
fight this COVID thing because nothing's working. We got Majin Den.
Hello, it's me.
Why are you Majin?
I want to imagine a better world.
Mods, can you
We
change
got
the
Kurt,
game category
Piccolo,
to
Richie.
just chatting?
Yes, the only black dad in anime, Piccolo.
Then we got Chili Goku.
I'm Goku.
What the hell, God? Why did you make Chili the main
Why is she
character?
the main character?
I am the protagonist.
All right, and then we got Ivan as Master Roshi.
Hello, it's me.
That one fits.
I'm
No,
sober.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh,
And then just
honestly-
because we needed
I
more
kinda don't get what's
manpower, we
going on.
got Yamcha and Trunks to really round out the
What a
bracket.
spectrum on that
Yeah,
one.
focus.
I gotta figure out who's best fitted to fight this virus, okay?
Chili, tell them what we need.
Ant-Man.
Why you say like a stern father?
Kurt told me to tell you guys.
No, I
we
didn't tell you to
want
tell
money.
you. Chili's telling y'all we're
Give
broke.
me money, please.
As the financial team of Recreo, we are very
A
broke.
lot of behind the scenes happened with this episode, and if you guys want to watch the full Zoom call, which is very, very long actually, you can support us on Patreon.
Like
Yeah.
your own
Even
lot of
work as 3
Oh,
will be a
fun, so let's
one-on-one.
go for it.
Bye.
So the
fun.
way this is going to work is it's going to be a one-on-one single elimination bracket, and everyone in this tournament has 3 moves, each pertaining to either rock, paper, or scissors. Nobody knows what they're picking. They just got to intuitively pick a move to fight the next person. I, on the other hand, will know which one is which, and knowing how rock, paper, scissors works, one of them has to win. And if there's a tie, we'll just do the round again and they'll fight until someone comes out on top. All right, so the first round, it's going to be Chili Goku, the main character of the show.
That's me. I'm Goku.
Okay, then going up against Chili, we got Kurt Piccolo Richie, who has an argument as being Gohan's real father.
I am Gohan's real dad. I actually raised
I
him.
still don't know who that is. I only know Goku.
This is just family court, and they're fighting for Gohan.
Coming up first, we got Chili Goku using her move. His move. Her? His?
He's like,
Their
Their move. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna say
Here we
it?
go.
Oh God.
Just give it a
Ka. Oh, wait. Ka.
And as the Kamehameha goes flying towards Piccolo, Kurt uses his move.
Masenko! Which just sounds cool. I really don't remember what it does.
hard.
That move go crazy. though. That-
As Kamehameha is
hard.
flying towards Kurt's Masenko, which goes crazy. That move goes
Yo,
crazy.
that's crazy. That's why I got a window.
Yeah, anyways,
What's that?
the Kamehameha obviously beats the Masenko considering it's a sustained wave.
Goku doesn't know what they're doing. How did I?
Goku.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, Beast Boy turns into an animal with no ears, so he's shielded from the attack.
Booyakasha! Michelangelo's in the house and Raven's on my back on my turtle shell.
Do you have any idea what's going on right now, Greg?
I got nunchucks and Raven on my back.
I think you're not really allowed to play in that round, but thanks for throwing nunchucks at a bunch of really nice human beings.
Chili Goku, do you have any words to say to your people after winning the first round of the Tournament of Power?
I'm Goku, and clearly I'm powerful.
I hate this. I hate this. How did I? I'm like, I know
Yeah,
Dragon
moving
Ball.
on to the second.
No.
Moving on. Hey, Raven, can you use your powers and mute
No.
that guy,
No.
please? Thank you.
Azarath
No.
Metreon.
No.
Shut up! How's that?
Finally,
Bro,
man.
Kurt cannot talk for the rest of the episode.
Don't mess with Mama Raven, yo.
All right, so moving on to the second round, we got this human Greg versus Trunks, who Trunks has a sword. So this is gonna be a clear. It seems pretty clear who the
fairly clear.
who the favorite here is. So stepping up to the plate, Greg pulls up and uses.
Booyakasha! Michelangelo in the house. I'm a nunchuck, you fool.
Yo, who brought the pet turtle into the arena? What the fuck? Why is it just dragging nunchucks on its back?
Trunks pulls up and uses sword slash and tries to attack Michelangelo, but him being a turtle, he
Beast Boy!
Oh my god, you can't change your identity in the middle
it
of
was
the
Beast
fight.
Boy the whole time.
Yeah, Beast Boy though.
Well, regardless, Trunks tries to use a sword, and Greg being a
Trunks
turtle
got it, I get
of
it.
both
That's right.
universes, the shell is too hard for a sword and it breaks.
I'd like to say that it's rigged because if you used a straw,
Oh no! No!
We're gonna take a timeout.
God, what is this tournament?
So Trunks on the sidelines goes, "Damn, I should have used the straw."
son,
And,
you disappoint me.
Beast Boy or Michael. Wait, which one are you?
Look, I'm a Ninja Turtle, all right?
Okay, so Michelangelo, after winning the first round of the Tournament of Power, do you have any words for your people?
Cowabunga!
Moving on to the third round, we have Master Roshi versus
Hello!
Majin Den.
The
Where'd you
crowd
find this
cheers
video?
in excitement for the old man approaching the stage.
So Master Roshi
How'd you
stepping up to the
stumble
plate
into this
uses
video?
his favorite starting ability.
So I stumble onto the arena with a 6-pack of beer. I chug all 6 of them immediately, then throw the hardest punch I can.
So as the drunken old man starts speeding towards Majin Den, they use.
So there's no metal detector in this tournament.
Oh my
so-
God.
You know, yeah.
Well, she's not wrong.
And then I go.
What?
My gallic
What
gun.
was that?
It went my Gallic gun.
Gallic gun.
Everyone's favorite arc of Dragon Ball when the old man gets shot.
Majin Den, do you have any words for your people after what you just did?
Also, Den definitely won by gun violence.
Going with the flow.
Respect your elders.
He's older than you.
I'm literally an old man,
Respect
but okay.
your elders, except Ivan.
Can we move
Son.
on, God?
And we're moving on to the final round of the first stage, which is going to be Terra versus Yamcha.
Yeah, I want Yamcha to win it all, yo.
Well, can I ask who Yamcha is?
Oh yeah, Yamcha's like the butt of that show.
Yeah.
But he loses all the time.
Dude, Yamcha sucks.
Why did you bring him here? What the
Wow.
fuck?
I almost don't even want to waste any of my powers on this guy. I'm just gonna play myself. I'm just gonna say you suck and then call it a day.
Yamcha, with his feelings hurt, died. Dies.
I wish that would work on Greg Sipes.
Is that a challenge?
A crater in the
Actually pretty
ground,
good.
a shell of a man, Yamcha dies, and because he sucks so much, no one even bothers to take him off of the field. We're just gonna fight around him, you know?
Poor
So we're
Yamcha.
moving on to the
So mean.
semifinals. We're getting really close to beating this virus, guys. Next, we got Chili Goku versus Greg.
I'm Goku.
Greg, please whoop Goku.
I'm throwing a Kevin Levin into the mix. Boom. With my green Camaro.
So as Goku's charging arguably one of the strongest moves in the universe, he gets hit by a car.
Green Camaro.
Wait, did Goku
Wait,
actually
wait.
lose?
Wait, Goku
No,
lost?
because well, I'm not gonna say what Kevin is, but you do lose to that one.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, guys.
I appreciate how Greg's accidentally actually winning.
I feel like running over people with a car is a reasonable move in martial arts. I feel like
I
that's
think it's a
very
reasonable
plausible.
move in manslaughter.
Okay, so the second round of the semifinals, we got Majin Den
Hello.
versus Terra, a more viable opponent. She might not just have to play herself here.
What does Majin Den do? What's her powers?
Angry.
Her powers are angry.
Yeah, one of the angriest people in the universe.
Okay. I got this.
Majin Den pulls up to the fighting grounds. Oh, she sidesteps the dead Yamcha on the ground because we failed to remove him because we're just leaving him there. And
Thank you.
they use
Extinction, which is Big
What?
Bang Attack. So I try to destroy every dinosaur there is.
The dinosaur's been dead.
Den uses the Big Bang attack, and as this attack is flying towards Terra, Terra uses
This is very simple. We use and we use the power of love because the power of love is more powerful than anything. And we sing love, 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 la la la, la la la.
Let's go.
Please.
Why is this
I
little girl?
believe we call that a rock, paper, scissors, drop.
Oh my god.
Whose kid is this? Somebody get their daughter.
Just because she's a little girl doesn't mean she can't kick some ass. Okay. You know why? You know why? Because she's hardcore.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
being agile as she is, she's able to dodge it, but Majin Vegeta, using the power of anger, is able to negate the love from Bubbles, and it is a stalemate. There's going to be another round of fighting
Round
here.
two. All right.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
The power of love is no match for toxic masculinity. Here, boys.
I beg to differ, but we'll talk about it later.
There's a lot at stake here, man.
I guess if love didn't work, then I'll just stick his ass in a portal. Azarath, Metreon, Zinthos.
Let's go.
You can go hang out with Dragon.
My Glock is not working. I am.
Majin quickly pulls out the gun before he gets cast in, but the portal closes before he gets to shoot. I don't know where they went,
Hi,
but
angry boy.
Honestly, knowing Den, she could get along with Trigon.
It sounds like a good match. They'll either love each
Yeah.
other or kill each other.
Yeah.
They're fine. Both
We're
angry
gonna go to
fathers.
therapy together. You know?
Yeah.
Raven, congratulations on winning the semifinals and moving on to the finals. Do you have any words for your people back home?
Yeah, just be happy that you're not in quarantine with Beast Boy, because he's...
Oh, is it you two at the end?
All right, okay.
This
all
is
right.
gonna be
Hold up
great.
to the finals. Oops, sorry, I tripped on Yamcha's dead body. So moving on to the final battle of the Tournament of Power, we got Terra versus Greg.
I got to know who wins this. I'm so scared.
I'm so curious.
Like, I don't really want to know.
Waffles!
Is that your weapon? A waffle
Waffles?
attack?
As
Waffles!
Beast Boy?
Waffles, waffles, waffles! Beast Boy has waffles!
He's on the toilet saying that.
I'm flinging poop at Raven right now.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
Lord.
As
Here
a
we go.
monkey, as a Beast Boy monkey, I'm flinging. Let's go.
As a Beast Boy monkey, you're flinging poop.
Toxic, bioactive, nuclear poops. What you
As
gonna
the
do?
toxic, bioactive nuclear poops
Monkey
are
poop.
flying
Monkey
towards
poops.
Terra. Monkey poop.
What you gonna do?
So easy, so easy.
Oh boy.
Wanda, I wish Beast Boy would turn into a waffle.
Voice impressions are
Using the
amazing.
power of Cosmo and Wanda to combat the poop.
And waffles.
They meet at the middle and it comes at a stalemate as they both pick the move that cancels each other out.
Oh man.
I can't believe literally wishing anything ties with poop.
Seriously, this is rigged.
I don't make the rules.
Toxic, nuclear monkey poop.
This might be the
That's
last
ridiculous.
round,
Why
dude.
would
The
she have
crowd's on their
10
feet.
pens
Fauci's
Watch,
sweating.
this seems like overpowered.
Okay, Puddin', I'm gonna
Oh,
use the
shoot.
power of seduction and say, you gotta let me win or else, cute stuff.
I got this all day. Ready?
Go ahead. Come on.
Kevin Levin turns into a big diamond, and he's the biggest diamond on planet Earth.
Whoa!
What you gonna do?
You think Harley gives a shit about diamonds?
Of course she does.
She doesn't care. She just wants the biggest bat.
So Kevin gets down on his knee as the diamond to propose.
And Harley takes the bat, whoosh, swing and a hit. Oh, Kevin.
And the only thing stronger than a bat is rejection. And Kevin gets knocked ring out
Oh!
as Terra wins the tournament.
She's too good.
Rematch.
Mr. Harley Quinn.
She's too good,
He
honestly.
gets
Hold
in the
up.
car, goes rematch. Right.
She can't break a diamond.
But she can break your heart.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, because I broke your soul.
Dude, Deb's in another universe. Kurt can no longer talk. Yamcha's dead, but I think Greg's the most down bad. So, Terra, after winning the Tournament of Power and being crowned the strongest person in the universe,
You're
do
gonna
you have any
defeat
words?
COVID.
Yeah, well, how are you gonna defeat COVID?
Dear Princess Celestia, I'm pretty sure we can beat COVID with the power of friendship. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
That's great.
This is the first time like anyone's won with the power of friendship.
Yeah,
This
No,
is
it's really
literally
This is
anime.
like a real anime, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Even though we're 6 feet apart. and
CDC
gotta be
just
going with each other.
announced that the new vaccine called Friendship will now be distributed worldwide.
And they come in My Little Pony syringes.
Yeah,
I love
Love
that.
wins.
That's
Love
beautiful.
wins.
and thank you to our special friends over here, Tara and Greg, for helping us combat COVID.
Where can we find you guys?
Yeah, where can we find you guys?
Other than like usually our televisions somewhere.
You mean where we can find us for the real peoples that we are?
Yes.
Yes. Well, of course, Greg and I have a show called The Ship It Show, which premieres every Tuesday, and we talk about shipping
Yes.
and love and relationships and pop culture.
that's
and we
my
have
whole
so much fun connecting with fans during this COVID time. So we've had a really, really great time doing that. That's on YouTube.
I gotcha, yeah. Alright, well, that was interesting. I liked the conversations. That was actually like I really like it though. They had their entire thing was a conversation, but then they animated it, which made it a little bit more better. And they're really nice, like dude, this girl had like good impressions. I was honestly shocked. Okay, next video. That's crazy, dude. Let me know if there's anything I missed.
I'm Geraldo Rivera, and you're about to witness a live television event. A massive concrete vault has been discovered. Well, tonight, for the first time, that vault is going to be open live.
What?
Holy shrimp!
So loud. Thank you, Vengeance, for following.
Yeah, he was working for Freeman.
This is Matt Pat.
Working for
Not to these theory things, but why not? Let's go for it.
The show that uncovers secrets with all the determination and success of Plankton. Oh, shoot, that's not really a good thing, is it? SpongeBob SquarePants as a franchise has been so omnipresent since its debut in 1999 that I think most of us assumed that it would never go away, which is part of the reason why the loss of Steven Hillenburg, its creator at age 57 by ALS, was so tragic. It's not exaggerating in the slightest to say that he gave us some of the most iconic characters, most quotable lines, and memorable moments of recent history.
That's true.
He is, without question, one of the most influential people in children's programming and current internet culture. It's probably for all those reasons that one of the most requested film theory topics of the last year has been from SpongeBob. Specifically, the question that all us burger lovers, sponge lovers, and spongy burger lovers want to know: what is the Krabby Patty's secret formula? It's a question that's persisted for so long that it feels like it should be sacrilegious to try and answer it. But if there's one thing that film theory stands for, it's treating nothing as sacred. So today, SpongeBob is on the menu, and I consider it my honor to see if we can find out the secret formula that tickles the taste buds of our imagination, or if this secret will remain trapped in Bikini Bottom forever. The biggest problem with trying to figure out the Krabby Patty secret formula is that any time it comes up in the show, we run into some suspicious problems. These problems make it hard to pinpoint just what the secret formula actually is. We know for a fact that the secret formula for a Krabby Patty is referring to the patty itself, and not what's actually on the burger, because we already know the full list of what goes on these things. Or do we? The Krusty Krab is surprisingly fast and loose with this information, since as early as season 1,
we'll see what he
episode
says,
6, the episode Pickles, SpongeBob reveals all the ingredients to a Krabby Patty with the works.
I can't put a patty on a bun with lettuce, cheese, onions, tomatoes, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and top bun together in that order!
From the mouth of the chef himself. But then the story changes, because 2 seasons later we hear a different recipe from the Krusty Krab commercial shown in As Seen on TV, season 3, episode 7.
Boss.
It's pretty significantly different. This one is missing mustard, tomatoes, and onions, which are not underseas veggies. I'll give him cucumbers, since I guess those could be sea cucumbers. And this one has secret sauce, which SpongeBob didn't list at all, despite him describing a Krabby Patty with the works. Literally everything on it.
Can you make me one with everything?
Oh, and by the way, at no point is it said in the show that you need a pinch of Poseidon powder, like some recent rumors circulating the internet have been saying. That was a mistake on the fan wiki, and it actually has no grounding in the show itself. That's why you gotta be careful when trusting non-primary sources. Though I will say, Poseidon powder is slang for cocaine, and if cocaine were indeed the secret ingredient in these patties, it would result in the addictive power and taste of love that the Krabby Patty often possesses. So maybe it wasn't that far off. But like I said, no actual evidence of it in the show, because if there was evidence of it in the show, you know I would be all over that like Squidward on a vault full of Krabby Patties. Telling you your favorite cartoon characters are addicted to cocaine is like my favorite pastime. So what is really going on here? Well, for the answer, maybe we can turn to the real recipe. Luckily, in Krabby Road, Season 6, Episode 1, Plankton dupes SpongeBob into joining his band, which gives him a chance to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, and for the first and, to my knowledge, only time, we actually get a glimpse of it right before Plankton is caught. And what we see is gibberish? what's the deal? This is the official Krabby Patty secret formula kept in the restaurant, so why is it just a bunch of gobbledygook? Well, two different possibilities exist. Possibility one, it's the real formula, but it's written down using some kind of coded cipher. And if Plankton had the right decryption key, he could translate that garbled gibberish into the real thing. Possibility two, this ingredients list isn't real. Mr. Krabs is lying about the recipe.
Does he have
and
it
if
in
you
his
try to
bed
break
sheets
apart
though?
this formula, this starts to seem
That's not the
more
real
likely.
formula though.
One of the most common ways to break a simple cipher is
remember.
with frequency analysis. The idea being that if you have a long enough string of text, you can match certain letters in the cipher to certain letters based on their frequency. For example, a letter that appears a lot of times in the cipher is more likely to be a vowel like E or A, or a consonant like S or T. But when we run SpongeBob's Krabby Patty formula through a frequency analysis tool, we find these results. The most common letters are H and G, followed by S, F, and D. The frequency analysis tool doesn't suggest any possible solutions to the cipher. G, D, S, G, E, H, S, G is pretty hard to map onto anything when it has so many repeating letters, let alone a word that would actually show up in an ingredients list. Plugging that into a cryptogram solver, the only words that could possibly translate into these letters are kickback, gangling, tastiest, and elsewise. None of these are Krabby Patty ingredients. You can't have 4 cups of elsewise. Tastiest looks promising, but if you try to use that cipher to solve the rest of the recipe, you just get even more gibberish, and none of the other words work out. But the letters and their frequency could still provide another hint. You see, they're all letters from the middle part of the keyboard, and the two most common letters are H and G specifically, which are in the absolute dead center of the keyboard. What would fit perfectly with this arrangement of letters is if someone like Mr. Krabs just wanted SpongeBob to think that this was the secret recipe, and so he just mashed on the keyboard to produce these non-words. And here's where Mr. Krabs' real secret formula starts to come out. It's all a ruse. There is no secret formula. It's why the ingredients list for the Krabby Patty seems so variable throughout the series, both with and without the special sauce. Why the official patty recipe is a bunch of keyboard mashing. It's here that we learn a very important lesson about SpongeBob as well as our own world. It's not about the food, it's about the business. Mr. Krabs is a lot of things, and one thing he is not is an expert chef, but what he is an expert businessman. The secret to the Krusty Krab's success isn't his amazing recipe, but his amazing marketing ability. He creates the mystery around his patty as a one-of-a-kind burger. But let's face it, this is a hamburger, Krabby burger, whatever. It's not unique. The secret formula is all just a big marketing ploy. Doesn't seem likely? Just look at examples in the real world. Technically, there is nothing about a McDonald's burger that you can't replicate at home or at another restaurant. Comparing the Big Mac to the Big King, these things are essentially the same. Most of the value from McDonald's lies in the brand that people trust. To produce 100,000 burgers per day at over 30,000 locations around the globe, all making it possible to go to almost any city in the world, see those golden arches and say, yeah, I know what kind of experience I'm gonna have there. I don't know if I'll like anything else around here, so I might as well get the good old reliable Big Mac instead of taking a chance at that mom and pop hoagie stand. McDonald's brand is reliability. The Krusty Krab's brand is uniqueness. It's the reason that McDonald's spends $2 billion a year on advertising. You can make the best food in the world, but if no one knows about it, you're gonna go out of business pretty quickly. But if you're a savvy businessman like Mr. Krabs, or a $137 billion company like McDonald's, creating awareness for your brand is a lot more important than serving up patties that are objectively the best tasting. The Krabby Patty is the ultimate guerrilla marketing tactic. You start a rumor about your own franchise that makes it sound vague and mysterious.
Love it! Kind of vague and
It is just gibberish, but
rather than spend money on
where else can
marketing,
you go?
let
You might as well
word
just
of
go
mouth
for it.
do the work for you, and you get people talking about
too
your
much,
product
honestly.
without having to spend a dime.
Well, that sounds
At this point, I'm not sure what the hell's going on
Don't
at the
think
point.
Mr. Krabs' tactic worked? SpongeBob debuted in the 90s, and people are still talking
Why
about
even
the
have a
Krabby
recipe?
Patty secret formula,
There's not even-
trying
it doesn't
to uncover
exist.
the elusive bit of knowledge in a fictional show, a piece of knowledge that doesn't really exist. For a real-world example, consider the Nameless Juice brand, a brand brand of lemonade that refuses to actually put a brand name on itself and instead is just known for its mysterious flavor. The actual secret behind the fruity drink is that it contains some vegetable juice as well, which makes it about as unique as V8. So basically not at all. That said, the mystery around that brand has driven massive underground word of mouth. Heck, even McDonald's own secret sauce is just mayonnaise, pickles, mustard, and a few spices, but the fact that they call it secret makes it seem like it's more exclusive and therefore more in demand than it really is. So both in real life and in 2000s cartoons, it's not about having the Krabby Patty secret formula, it's just about having something you call a secret formula. And as a bonus in SpongeBob, it distracts Mr. Krabs' main competitor by sending Plankton on a wild goose chase for a formula that he's never actually gonna be able to find. The only thing that throws a monkey wrench into Mr. Krabs' plans, though, are his employees. Hence, he hires someone like Squidward, who doesn't really care about the secret, and SpongeBob. SpongeBob is honest to a fault, a real stand-up sponge, and he doesn't take kindly to things like fraud and deception. So if SpongeBob knew about the Krabby Patty's lack of a secret formula, he might let that slip, or feel guilty about implicitly lying to everyone every time he served up a burger. And so Mr. Krabs' solution:
I know
slap
pickles
his claws
can
on
be
the keyboard
disgusting,
for a
really.
minute and give SpongeBob a fake formula. Make him think it's
There are better
real,
pickles,
and
trust
don't
me.
worry if it ends up getting stolen.
They're like less sour, more
outlandish,
like
or just a cop-out to
more
say that
crunchy.
there's
That's
no
all the
real
point of it.
formula and that there's nothing secret to the Krabby Patty that makes it magically
Nah, that's
delicious.
your
I mean,
preference,
we
though.
all remember how Squidward
It's not my
completely
favorite,
lost
though,
his
honestly.
mind the
As
first
the
time he
chef,
sunk
I
his
have to
teeth into a
try things
Krabby
out.
Patty in just one bite.
I love Krabby Patty!
Surely there must be something at work here, and there is.
I think the cocaine
Just
works because it's
marketing
probably
once
cocaine.
again. According to Aaron Garvey, an assistant professor of marketing at the UK Gatton College of Business and Economics,
This
the way
fool
that
goes
people
crazy.
feel about a product is heavily linked to psychology and their brand association with that product. In his research, he found, quote, you could take the exact same product that you were thinking about taking to market and you could put it in front of consumers, and you could change what price you were going to launch it at, and you could change what brand it was, and they would have dramatically different impressions of that product, and they would tell you incredibly different things about that product, that they thought it was made of different materials, that they thought it weighed more, or that it weighed less. So when Mr. Krabs says that the Krabby Patty's secret formula is what makes it so delicious, he's actually not lying. If he's created a brand association, created what is essentially a legendary burger, people will experience it differently. If what people believe about a product's weight or materials is dependent on the brand they believe it is, that effect is going to be just as strong, if not stronger, when it comes to totally subjective qualities like how good a burger tastes. The Krabby Patty secret formula might have started as a lie, but now the real secret ingredient is an ingredient that everyone thinks is there, but one that doesn't truly exist. But hey, have you ever wanted to be a grill master like SpongeBob, or a rich, successful businessman like Mr. Krabs? Well, whatever your career goals, I bet you're ready for Skillshare, our sponsor for today.
I'm ready.
Skillshare
Bubble ass though. Exactly.
where you can learn every skill. I am to take you are a premium member free.
That's it. Okay. Well, I used to watch Cylinder a while back. The Five Nights at Freddy's like lore. I used to do that a long time ago. It was a while back though. It was very fun to watch those things. But now we must share. Oh, we'll save these two for later. Let's just go straight to it. You deserve it. Okay, there's different parts. Let's watch one part first.
Welcome to the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg. I've gotta say, this is probably the best iceberg that I've seen on the entire
Oh my god, wait, no, hold up.
This video is probably most relatable if you were born within the years of 2000 to 2005, as most kids born later didn't really have full access to the internet as people.
I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. But Andrew, I need time. I need time. I am not ready for that. I'm just gonna enjoy myself and probably I could enjoy his day.
Destroy us all! I thought you were bad.
This is my childhood.
You ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing.
Ultimate power. Gee, Pinot, you sure are funny. Pass the egg salad. Fraggle, fraggle! Ah! Somebody help me! I'll take the chicken. It's empty, just like my soul. I like chocolate. Huzzah! Eat all your vegetables, then you can have some water.
Oh my god.
That is my dream dog. He's my best friend ever. I'll never let him go.
Billy.
But if
I love
that
him.
filthy mud ever tries to sleep in my bed again, I'll spank him with a turkey leg. Am I the only one who understands the complexities of this ambitious cinematic masterpiece? This movie isn't stupid. You're stupid.
Isn't. Look at you messed up.
That is a trick question.
Alright, I'll watch that one after this one then.
Knows fruit bats are mammals. What are you doing with my chocolate dip pickles? And he brought his purse. That guy's a real
Yeah,
freak.
chocolate chip pickles.
I'll see you in court.
It's a tennis court.
When you gonna leave? I'll tap you good, you filthy bug.
Why won't you love me, Dad? I'll be anything you want me to be.
I want you to be dead. Well, guess what, Mr. and Missy Miss?
Bad for that spider, dude.
I have this to say.
He's so abused.
I want Grim, and I should get whatever I want. And if I don't, I'll give you a big punch in the eye. Mayonnaise makes my skin all soft and touchable.
Touchable.
Hey, these aren't pancakes. This test may stop me from fulfilling my lifelong dream of growing up to be a smart and successful
It's all on Twitter, by the way. What do people do on Twitter, man?
You're not the Powerpuff Girls. Wait! Can't we have some cake before we assimilactate?
Oh my. This is so dumb. Alright. Last one right there, but quest for cheese. I'm not ready for that. That one seems stupid. Chocolate pickles, ew. Like, look at the thumbnail, dude. That's so like roll pass. Okay, no. Okay, we'll watch like. I don't know, let's just see. Let's just see. He says it's funny though. He says it's funny, alright? Don't get scared. I'm with you.
Hello, guys and
Hold me.
gals, and welcome back to another
Oh
episode
my God,
of
he
Troll
died.
Passes, a series where me and my buddies sit down and we read some troll stories on the internet, some troll passes, I guess you could say. Now, this one is a Mario theory. Now, before we begin, again, I always introduce these, but I just want to let you all know this story is very graphic. It's very graphic to the point that in the middle of the recording, you'll hear me and my buddies kind of cringe and say, what the hell? But it does have some kind of payoffs to it. We kind of lose our minds.
These are troll stories,
I'm not
guys.
I'll tell you guys which one it is. No spoilers.
Okay.
But it is a
Troll pasta.
Now, again, I am going to tell you it is graphic. I have done graphic stuff before, and I do put an 18
I love
plus
this game.
before it. This video will have an 18 plus. So if you
I think it's
are
the
not
second one.
comfortable with hearing that stuff, please turn around
No,
and close
this
the
is
video. I don't mean to
the-
offend people watching. I don't want to. This is all for, reading the spooky stories on the
Pretty
internet.
cool.
So if you really don't feel comfortable with this kind of stuff, it has a lot of sexual sort of, stuff. It has
That's
a lot
fine.
of violence.
I'm
It just goes
prepared
over
for
the
it.
top. But it's only for like a minute or two. That being said, if you are comfortable with it, though, sit back, relax, and
It's not
enjoy
spooky.
a
On your
Mario
tits.
theory. But once again, I am disclaiming this. If you are not comfortable, please turn around and have a nice day. This video may not be for you. Viewer discretion is advised.
Let's freaking go.
That being said, let's get on with it.
Alright, so we all love our famous Italian
It's
plumber
fine, it's
icon of Nintendo, right? Mario saves Princess Peach multiple times from Bowser and has a closely identical
Why is he
brother
so
named
fucking low?
Luigi. He is from an E-rated game series after all, but the truth will have you shiver that Nintendo
Give it some
come up
time.
with ideas
We'll never know unless
based
you
on
try.
eerie, horrific experiences that happened to a victim back in the 1970s. Fuck, man. Hearing that alone?
We're starting off strong. Yeah.
Hold up.
All right,
I missed
let's
that.
do the theory.
I missed
It's
that.
advised. That being said, let's
I
get on.
want to get used to it. I want to hear it.
All right. So we all love our famous Italian plumber icon of Nintendo, right? Mario saves Princess Peach multiple times from Bowser and has a closely identical brother named Luigi. He is from an E-rated game series after all, but the truth will have you shiver that Nintendo could come up with ideas based on eerie, horrific experiences that happened to a victim back in the 1970s. Fuck, man. Hearing that alone.
I agree.
We're starting off strong. Yeah, holy shit.
Alright, let's see the theory. Let's start from the beginning. July 12th, 1974. I feel like one of us should be like timelining this. In Cherkasy, Ukraine. A 23-year-old white woman was looking for a job. Her name was Pavla Florence, and she had blonde, wavy hair, blue eyes, 2 freckles on her left cheek, and skinny. How skinny are we talking here? What the fuck?
Okay, I
She's
feel
Peach.
like this is Peach.
Yeah, it's Peach. She often dated
You see
men.
Mario?
She often dated men just for their money. She's dating for pay. Shit.
Oh fuck.
Enzu, what the hell?
You gotta put a clip up there from the fucking season 0.
Slut.
Yet she had the body of a model. Pavla never intended on going to college after graduation because the only hobby she loved was painting. She lived with her friend after graduation, but then was forced to be kicked out to support herself, since all she did from age 18 to 23 was drink, smoke, socialize, and paint, kind of like our jobs. Pavla traveled around Ukraine for a job, and when she arrived at Kharkiv, I really don't want to fucking offend anyone from the Ukraine. I'm sorry, people. She finally found a job. Her job involved painting for a company. On October 4th, 1974, a 25-year-old Italian migrant man named Mario Ciro Lombardi, oh, I swear to God, if we're going to bring the fucking movie into this, worked with Pavla in the company. Oh yeah, it is Peach, dude. Pavla. Mario developed feelings for Pavla as they worked on a project for an advertising poster. I bet they worked on a project. But no one knew how Pavla felt. Pavla was a little flirty to most men she met, so it's hard to tell if she liked Mario. As they spent times together working, all they developed together was just friendship. Since Mario had trouble dating woman. Oh. Dating woman.
One.
Just woman in general. Pavla.
Woman.
Pavla could have had interest for another man during the time. Pavla usually rode public transportation, bus, trains.
You know she did.
Before and after work because she did not make enough money to afford a car. She lived in an apartment 14 minutes away from work. Okay, we don't have to explain their entire life stories, man.
Not even that far.
Around February 8th, Pavla was waiting for the bus around 10 p.m. She attended a late night meeting. Dating for pay. But then
wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm having an issue with the timeline.
Yeah, same here. Okay, so
we
now
went from 19. Are we in 1975?
yeah,
now
I think we're
back in
yeah,
time.
we're in 1975. Then I was a normal-looking man. Normal-looking? What the fuck? Convinced. What are the rest of the people freaks there? Convinced her that the bus schedule changed and guided her to his car. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Stalking yet, thankfully. The fuck is that supposed to mean? Stalking and thankfully?
Basically, they're saying that Mario is stalking him, but
No,
thankfully
it's
she was stalking him.
dude, it's a normal-looking man. Here, Lombardi.
No. And then, like, the next word literally is Lombardi. He was stalking her.
Lombardi. Oh, okay. Lombardi observed what was going on because he usually follows Pavla after work to see where she. Okay,
not creepy at all.
That's okay.
Yeah, not creepy at all.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
In case he wants to coincidentally meet up with her and talk to her more. Yeah, I bet.
Go Mario, go.
The man took Pavla to his car. She denied his request to go into his car because the man was acting a little creepy. Oh, little? Lombardi did not do anything.
Not normal?
Lombardi didn't do anything in the situation because he thought, normal husband-wife argument. The man grabbed Pavla's arm, and she tried to hit the man with her umbrella using the other hand while screaming for help. Her umbrella swings hit the man twice on the head, which aggravated him. Pavla was then unexpectedly whacked multiple times on the head with a stick. Oh, shit. In an attempt to make her unconscious. Lombardi watched in horror as the man stuffed her into his car.
Do something.
Yeah.
Understand.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Dude, he's probably just sitting there jerking off at this.
Yeah, dude. It's
me and Mario. Jump on his head.
Yeah, obviously he was high on mushrooms. Okay. Since it was easier to hijack a car in those times, back in
How?
the day. I don't know. Lombardi tried to think of a fast solution, so he had no other choice but to steal the nearest automobile. Okay, we're going Grand Theft Auto here. Without the man seeing
Now
him.
he tries to act. I love how he now tries to act.
Yeah, exactly. Now
he witnessed the fucking beating.
Yeah, after he grows a pair of testicles, he drives after the man. Lombardi did not have a phone to call the police, nor any quick emergency techniques, especially since he recently moved into Ukraine. The man was driving for 49 minutes, wow, so specific, until he reached a house in the middle of a large forest nearby the Seversky Donets River. Surprisingly, Lombardi attempted to catch up to him. The man grabbed Pavla's unconscious body and ran towards his door. As soon as he spotted Lombardi driving into his driveway, Lombardi went in front of his doorstep and kept screaming questions.
What kind of salad do you like?
Oh my god.
Just a question. Just like what, random question?
He was too scared to enter the dim house. Oh my god! He's like,
what's 2 plus 2?
Who just does
oh
that?
my god! The man's house had multiple candles lit inside the house. Light bulbs couldn't function properly in that setting. The guy resisted to respond to anything Lombardi asked, so Lombardi had no other choice but to run into his house. Lombardi ran into the house only to be held at a gunpoint. The man threatened that if Lombardi does not enter the animal cage, what the fuck? Inside the kitchen, he'd shoot him.
I think Lombardi should have thought this through.
Yeah, I think Lombardi's a little dumb at this point. Lombardi went inside the cage, and then the man locked him up. The man grabbed the cage and pushed it downstairs into the basement. Lombardi almost injured his left shoulder and spine, but his elbow was bleeding. Oh god.
Oh shit.
The basement.
The elbow, not the elbow.
I know, right?
Let's hope he wasn't wearing a red shirt.
Wait, it's Mario. He was.
The basement was the only room in the house with only one candle lit because the man secretly kept a wild, domesticated chimpanzee. What the fuck? A chimpanzee in the basement?
Oh, wait a minute. The chimpanzee is Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Dinky Kang.
Dinky Kang.
Good. The animal was identified as a 14 to 15-year-old common chimpanzee.
I know it has an age.
Oh yeah, pan troglodytes. Okay, don't try to act all smart with us. Lombardi's crash into the basement floor frightened the chimpanzee, which caused it to scream.
Secretly, Mutahar doesn't know what pan troglodytes mean.
Suck my dick, it's Latin. Alright, someone take over.
The chimpanzee's scream woke over Pabla, and she woke up. Her wrists and ankles were tied onto the floor on the man's bedroom. The man shut the basement door so the chimpanzee's screaming can be muted, while Pabla was screaming and crying in fear. Lombardi's cage was not locked up anymore because the crash screwed up the lock of the cage door, so he got out. But then it was pretty mauled on the legs when the chimpanzee attacked him. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
The dim candle made it extremely hard to see where Lombardi was going and extremely scary, but he kept trying to find an object to kill the chimpanzee with. He was crawling because of his legs were mauled.
Oh, okay, yeah. We could figure that one out.
Yeah, he's crawling faster than the monkey can run after him.
Yeah, wait, hold on. So Donkey Kong has to... Okay, go on. Let's see what the story gives us.
No. Lombardi found a small Fat Max company hammer, then swung it multiple times at the chimpanzee until all of the blood squirted out.
Oh, shit! Peter.
After that...
Yeah, I know,
Donkey
right?
Kong died. After that, Lombardi quietly cried in fear. There's a fucking girl being raped, dude.
Go up there, God.
To hear anything from him.
You have a Fat Max hammer. Go up.
He doesn't know how to use stairs. His legs have been mauled
Yeah,
for
that's
the third
true.
time.
Oh my.
Maybe he's a shrooms, no more. Lombardi's legs were completely mauled, so he could not walk at all. All he could do is hear the events that happened upstairs. Pabla was threatened to get tortured in numerous ways if she did not remain in silence. So she stayed quiet, yet with a look of traumatized fear on her face.
Hey, how the fuck is Lombardi seeing this?
Right?
Yeah,
in her form of bond, in her.
Oh, because I think it's like a third-party narrative.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In her form of bondage, she was raped.
Oh.
The psychopathic man had a fetish of which arousal
Oh my
course from the
God.
idea of eating another person by an animal known
What
as
the
borophilia. What the fuck?
Okay, buddy, really?
This is a Mario theory?
He did not rely on cannibalism, but he had reptiles in storage.
Okay,
What?
wait a minute.
18 plus, guys.
Are these the Koopas or shit?
I
I've been warned.
Assume so.
The reptiles he had were mostly from the Ukraine region, and he had one small Central American caiman, most likely imported. Fuck you. God, it feels
Most
like it's
likely imported.
Just tell us, you're a third party. The man went downstairs
it's
to the
story.
kitchen to get the stored reptiles. Lombardi heard his footsteps, so he crawled back into the cage immediately. The man opened the basement door and laughed as he walked away into the kitchen. What an asshole. Surprisingly, he did not realize the absence of the chimpanzee. Yeah, wait. He did not see...
Oh, no worries. We'll let you up. We'll line you up. Gotcha. I gotcha. Let's watch this.
I'm not dabbing. I'm looking at the floor for cheese.
I'm trying to find my cheese.
Oh, he's so fucking Get all the way up. There you go.
I'm not dabbing. I'm looking at the floor for cheese.
I'm trying to find my cheese.
What is this?
I also can't seem to find Gromit.
Brooke?
My dog is dead.
It's nacho cheese. It's my cheese.
Gromit.
No, it's my cheese.
No, I just said it's nacho cheese.
No, but it's my cheese. It's nacho cheese.
It's nacho cheese.
But it's nacho cheese.
But it's nacho cheese, you fuckwit. I'm going to say the N-word.
Don't say...
I'm going...
No balls.
I'm going to say the N-word if you don't give me my cheese, you cunt.
You can't say the N-word. It's 2019.
But I'm wearing black shoes.
The nacho cheese is getting away, Wallace is.
I wish I could fly.
Excuse me, lads. Have you happened to see my dog Gromit?
Probably, you still there? Probably. Are you there? This is actually a funny video. Oh shit. Whoops. Good.
I think he's dead.
Want to make sure.
Gromit! Gromit, have you seen our cheese? Gromit 2!
Have you seen my cheese?
Have you seen my cheese, Gromit?
Get away from me, you bloody nonce!
We found the cheese!
We found the cheese! It's time to consume!
It's the cheese!
Consume the cheese. Now it's brothers. The cheese.
I am one with the cheese, Gromit.
Just crackers about cheese, Gromit.
We're pleasing the cheese, lads.
Do it.
Would someone please... Todd Howard, it will add cheese to Skyrim 2. This is a beautiful moment we're witnessing.
I'm just crackers. About Elder Scrolls.
I'm just crackers about Bethesda. They make perfect games with cheese. Excuse me, Wallace number 3.
Am I Wallace number 3?
Yes, you are Wallace number 3.
Then I didn't hear the question.
Killing me, damn it.
Oi, lads, you happen to see my cheese?
Live too.
I'm ready to play some poker and discuss
Very important
cheese.
business. This is not poker.
This table has taken me hostage and I don't know how to leave, lads. This one's got his sunglasses on.
I'm the cooler one.
I'm gonna cook us some food
Game
with
is
cheese.
fun.
Someone lay down a sick rap beat and I'll sing along to it. Cheese. I've consumed ketamine and I'm going to die.
I'm ready to go to the future, lads.
Lads, I'm going to succumb to alcohol poisoning.
It's Big Yoshi, lads. You gotta help us find a cheese.
Yeah, this.
There is no cheese.
What you?
The burger's spinning.
Everyone, boys, stop spinning. We've got.
Spinning. Stop.
Are you telling me there's no cheese?
There's
no cheese.
That's what I'm telling you.
What do you mean there's no cheese?
What do you mean there's no cheese? What the f do you mean there's no cheese?
What happened to the cheese?
What happened to the cheese? Give us the bloody cheese! Give us the cheese!
Give us the cheese. Bring us the cheese. I'm gonna fucking shut you up. I require cheese.
Oi, lads, come to the theater. I'm gonna put on a movie for us.
A movie?
To the theater!
To the theater.
I love the theater.
Everyone, go into
gonna
theater
watch
one, boys.
What are we watching?
The cheese!
The cheese!
Do you all like cheese as much as I do?
I love cheese.
Oi, boys, are we allowed to get erections in the theatre?
Well, it's cheese, so of course.
All right, boys, let's stab for cheese. Oh, don't be sad, Gromit.
Does anybody see that weird skeleton looking at us?
I think this might be a bit weird.
Sans Undertale.
Oi, lads, look at the sands over here.
Oh my gosh. Good.
This isn't very cheese and crackers.
Do the dance, boys. Do the dance.
That wasn't very cheese money of you. Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Gromit.
Gromit.
Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Gromit. Lads, I've got another event for us. We might be able to find cheese there.
Go. Evening, Gromit. To the roller coaster, boy.
He knows the way to cheese.
I know the way to cheese, lads.
Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Evening, Gromit. Hop aboard, lads.
We're going.
Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Gromit.
Alright,
You guys ready for some cheese?
Alright.
I'm ready for cheese. The car in the back. The car. I'm so ready to find cheese at the top. We're almost there, boys.
I'm not ready.
Cracker! Oh, lads, I'm going to vomit. Lads, this is the greatest day of my life, even though we can't find any f***ing cheese. Evening, Gromit.
Evening, Gromit.
That was amazing. That was honestly amazing. That was stupid. That was so stupid. Yeah, that was really good. Thank you for that. I mean, I'm gonna fix this upsize, so yeah, I left so hard. I'm gonna tile that as a We'll go right now. Turn. Where's the? There it is. Hold on for now. I'll be back and fix it up. All right, I'm back. Wow. Be fine now. Nothing blue right now. Switch. What a video. God, crap, this freaking video. What even is this? How'd you even find this? Yo, this game looks bug, dude. That's the
I'm
game.
not dabbing.
I'll check out Tower Unit. It sounds so much fun. Don't worry, I'm good. It's good. Don't worry, it's good. It looks red, right? I think it's like heating up. That's why. But the blood's good. It does look red though. Look at that nose. I like that. Blood in this part right here. That was bad. Got the little vibrates. I don't. So oh yeah, hey, sorry. What I meant to say was my dang nose right here. Very very there. I don't know why though. I'm not sick or anything. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Pretty good actually. Yeah. So right now I guess if we continue with Andrew's request. Yeah, I think so. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful. I got plenty of water too. I got another one like this too. I'm all set for water. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, Prompt Plant. But I want to encourage you not to be here at the moment because I'm going to do one of Angie's videos and I don't think you're gonna like it. It's gonna be an iceberg. Since he's already here, I want to make sure he's good and we're gonna do it together. That's why I want you not to be here, just for your safety. Understood. I'll DM you. Promise you. Yeah. I just want to make sure it's clear. So watching, that's the time to leave. Going straight into it. It's okay. I know. But I'm here for you. Alright? I am here for you. No, you don't have to be afraid with me. Yeah, I understand. That's why I care about you, Power Plant. It's good that he lets me know. That way I stopped and went straight to your video. It's really funny though. I couldn't help myself. It's just like, where's the cheese? I just love it. Understood. Thank you. Alright, Andrew. You know what's gonna happen. I know what to expect. One thing I do know, they requested it. I'm gonna watch it. Alright. First one. Thumbnails are just crazy, dude. Looks so weird.
Welcome to the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg. I've gotta say, this is probably the best iceberg that I've seen on the entire internet.
What even is an iceberg?
This video is probably most relatable if you were born within the years of 2000 to 2005, as most kids born later didn't really have full access to the internet as people at that time did, or were at that age.
Definitely realize
Credit
these.
goes to u/Guff the Doge on Reddit. Incredible stuff.
This music is
Without
not helping.
further ado, I just want to say, if you're a younger kid watching this video, I suggest that you should probably click off if you are under the age of 13, since we're going to be getting to some creepy subjects now.
I'd like to point out that another YouTuber actually made a video on this iceberg, but they kind of made an abridged version. This one will be every single entry in full detail. That's right, we're not missing a beat. This is going to be an entire comprehensive look at the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg.
I suggest that you should probably click off if you are under the age of 13, since we're going to be getting to some creepy subjects now.
Understood.
If you're still here, well, enjoy the show. Starting off at the top of the iceberg, we have William Afton's corpse. William Afton's corpse can be seen inside the Springtrap character in Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Yeah.
This is always a grisly sight since you could see his flesh and teeth through the robot. FNAF jump scares. This one is very self-explanatory. This is simply referring to the jump scares in the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Yeah, I gotcha. Scary.
Agamemnon counterpart. This video is a strange one to say the least. It starts off saying, in the year 2571, a video cassette tape was found in a pile of rubble on a certain blue planet. What you're about to witness will not be the contents of the aforementioned cassette. This is an entirely different recording. It proceeds to show what looks like some sort of demonic kid show with intense screaming in the background.
I remember this.
You wanna learn more? Scare Theater made a pretty good video about it. Giga Bowser. In Super Smash Bros. Melee, at the end of the adventure mode, Bowser transforms into Giga Bowser, which is a lot scarier than the normal Bowser. Giga Bowser returns in every Smash game since as Bowser's final smash. Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 had you play as a little kid protecting himself from nightmare robots in his house that were trying to kill him. This game also features the infamous bite of 1983. Sabrina. Sabrina was a character in the original Pokemon anime that trapped the main characters in a giant dollhouse. She was seen having mystical powers and had a creepy appearance. Minecraft mobs. While not the most scary nowadays, way back when we were all little kids, the Minecraft mobs were a bit creepy. The ones that freaked me out the most were the zombies, zombie villagers, and of course the ghast. Their screeches were just terrible. Creepypasta. This one's very broad and is just talking about the general idea of creepypasta. Whether it be Camel Cove, Happy Appy, Slenderman, Sonic.exe, or any of the other classic creepypastas, there is probably...
Hold on. My door is open. It's making me uncomfortable. It's that bad.
Probably at least one that freaked you out as a kid. Luigi's Mansion Beta Game Over. The beta of Luigi's Mansion is something that has a legendary status on the internet. Little footage have been seen from it, and the creepypastas and fan theories portray the game to be really
quality, dude.
A scene from an old trailer of the game portrays a depressed zombie-like Luigi standing outside the mansion. Many people thought that this was the original Game Over screen. Vulgar Mario sprite animations. This entry is referring to the plethora of Mario sprite animations that were not meant for kids, including one that's coming up later on this list. Haunted Gaming. This entry refers to the creepypasta series Haunted Gaming, made by Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers.
Oh my fucking
As a
god.
kid, I thought that Some Ordinary Gamers created all creepypastas that they read, leading me to dislike the channel and Mutahar as a whole.
Are you talking about Back for Blood? Because that's the one I always wanted to play. I was definitely planning on playing it with you guys. You guys want to get it? That's a really good game. I want to try it out. So if it's out, let me know. Or if it's already. If it's already, we should play it as soon as possible. I'm kidding. I just never had a chance to play it. It ain't that big, honestly. It's just very quick. It's called Back for Blood. kind of like Left 4 Dead. It's his own genre. You can play it if you want. I know, it's been a while since I've heard about that, but I guess I totally forgot about it. Because no one mentioned it.
That they read, leaving me to dislike that seeming made by Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers. As a kid, I thought that Some Ordinary Gamers created all creepypastas that they read, leaving me to dislike the channel and Mutahar as a whole.
Nice.
Scary car commercial. This is a classic. This video is a commercial for an energy coffee drink. The point of the commercial was to scare the viewer and to get their heart pumping, like as if they would have drank this coffee drink. The first upload of it on YouTube tells you to watch the car carefully and listen to the audio, only for a zombie to pop out. Inflation scenes. This entry is referring to the scenes in media where a character's body gets inflated. Not much more than that. K4ia Vor Animations. K4ia was a YouTube channel who would release animations of cartoon characters eating each other whole. The videos got way more views than they deserved, both from innocent kids just clicking a video with a familiar character that had a weird thumbnail, to people who were into that kind of thing. Later down the line, lots of kids who watched these videos developed vor fetishes. Spanish MS Paint SpongeBob animations. This refers to many weird and sometimes creepy Microsoft Paint animations of SpongeBob that were usually made by Spanish-speaking people. Scary Maze Game. The Scary Maze Game lives on in infamy as something that we all got scared by or scared someone with. The game presents as a simple brain test, as just a maze. You go through some pretty easy mazes until you reach a difficult area. Halfway through it, the face of the girl from The Exorcist shows up and a loud scream plays. Good stuff. Zim harvests his peers inside him. This refers to the episode Dark Harvest from the Nickelodeon show Invader Zim. The show was already on the darker side, which is why you always see emo girls wearing Hot Topic brand shirts in the show, but
yeah,
this episode was darker
too.
than the rest.
I will pre-order.
In this episode,
Can't wait.
Zim harvests his classmates' organs, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Scar's death. This entry refers to the death of Scar, the antagonist of The Lion King. It's a pretty violent scene in an otherwise kid-friendly movie. Sailor Moon villains. The villains of Sailor Moon had some creepy moments, but weren't overall that bad in my opinion. But if you were a little kid seeing some of the creepier moments these characters had, I can see how that could stick with you. Ouija.
Never watched it.
Ouija. Oh man. You had to be there. Ouija was a huge meme in the YouTube poop community. The original Ouija is from the PC port of Mario is Missing. This sprite of Luigi was spread all over the internet and nicknamed Ouija for its creepy appearance. However, what really made him creepy was the Ouija virus. If you got the Ouija virus, then your head would turn into Ouija's. There was also a Ouija computer virus, which scared me out of downloading free arcade games from the internet. Missing No. Missing No was a glitch Pokemon in the original Pokemon game. It had a glitched appearance and an overall mysterious
upper its volume, dude.
vibe, which was
Don't dead to me.
incredibly creepy for some younger kids.
This guy, man.
SpongeBob close-ups. Remember those scenes in SpongeBob where they would zoom in on a character and have a very gross/grotesque version of that character or thing?
Sure.
Well, as a little kid, that stuff was creepy. Imagine being like 3 years old and seeing this. Herobrine. Herobrine was the #1 boogeyman of early Gen Z kids. The story goes that someone playing Minecraft saw a strange figure with a default skin and no eyes. The player posted it on the Minecraft forums, but it got deleted. He later emailed Notch, the creator of Minecraft, asking if he had a brother. Notch responds with, "I used to, but he is no longer with us." Many kids fell for this, and there was a whole ton of fake Herobrine videos, including this one, which I made when I was 9. Chef gets boiled alive ad.
So fucking
This is a
stupid.
public service announcement that aired on some children television networks. It featured a chef talking to the camera as if it's an interview. She picks up a pot full of boiling oil and then slips, leading the oil to fall on her skin. She screams and it shows a shot of her face with the skin peeling off. Yeah, this scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid. Let's move on. I Feel Fantastic. I Feel Fantastic is a famous creepy video about an android woman singing about feeling fantastic. For some, this is incredibly disturbing. Others think it's funny, and others are in the middle. That's where I find
I'm in the middle.
The video has a made-up backstory saying that the video creator is a serial killer. He wishes that his victims would say that they felt fantastic as he was killing them. The story also goes that the clothes on the robot are the clothes of the victims.
Just shut the fuck up.
The shot of the backyard is where they were buried.
That's not where you do it.
This is not true, but it is a fun creepypasta. Tom Goes to Hell. Ao Oni Ao Oni. This is a freeware role-playing horror video game. The game features puzzle and RPG elements that revolve around a boy named Hiroshi who is trapped with his friends in a haunted mansion and stalked by a monster. This game was played by big YouTubers such as PewDiePie and Markiplier. Said YouTubers have a large audience of kids, so it makes sense that kids would be scared by this and the nightmarish imagery in the game. DNA Productions. DNA Productions is the studio behind Jimmy Neutron. I think this entry on the iceberg refers to the logo with a short animation of a three-eyed monkey saying,
Hi, I'm Paul.
You can see how this could totally scare kids who were just watching cartoons.
That's true.
The Shrexorcist.
It's not bad though, it's just
Shrexorcist is a parody of The Exorcist on the Halloween special showcase Scared Shrekless. The Shrexorcist sees Shrek trying to exorcise Pinocchio as who was supposedly possessed. Turns out it's just Jiminy Cricket inside his head. Pinocchio proceeds to crush Jiminy Cricket. Clearly, this could be really creepy to kids just wanting to watch some funny Shrek shorts, but in my opinion, the short with Gingy and his evil girlfriend is way creepier than Shrexorcist. Bambi's mom is killed. If you ever watched Bambi as a kid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sonic CD Fun is Infinite.
I know until she died though.
This was a hidden screen that could be accessed by entering a code in the Sonic CD sound test screen. This features these demonic Sonic faces and a Japanese text that reads, "The fun is infinite." The screen is pretty infamous online in the early 2010s. Maynard's elevator ad. This is a Canadian commercial for Maynard's wine gums.
What the fuck?
It features the head of a moose hypnotizing a man into walking into an elevator and eating wine gums. You can totally see how this would freak out any kids unfortunate enough to see it. The wormy close-up. This is referring to a close-up of SpongeBob and Patrick's pet butterfly, Wormy. Close-up is just footage of a butterfly close-up, but it has a weird buzzing noise in the background and makes it pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Mr. Creepypasta FNAF audios. These were videos portraying shows at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and other notable events in the FNAF timeline, such as the Bite of 87. These videos were out before FNAF was as big as it is today. These videos were beloved by the fandom, including me when I was 10 years old. One Missed Call. What will it sound like when you die? In one missed call, a chain of people receive terrifying phone messages of their own fatal moments. Though the messages can be deleted, their number
Look at the eyes. It's his mouth.
Synopsis.
I see it.
Yeah, I would not want to watch this or its trailers as a kid either. Max Sugar Rush. Max Sugar Rush was a thing that would happen in the show Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. The main character, Mac, eats sugar and then goes crazy, acts like a junkie. Clearly, this is disturbing to younger kids.
Yeah,
Three Lame Studios. This is a YouTube channel that would produce terrible, cheap animations featuring characters that were famous at the time, i.e. Angry Birds, Undertale, Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's, etc. If you're a viewer of Oni Plays, then it's likely that you've heard a couple references to this bizarre YouTube channel. Adult Clay Animations. This is kind of a broad one, but I feel like it's mostly referring to Simpsons Couch Gag Part 1, You're Next, by League Hardcastle. Lots of kids clicked on this video because of the innocent-looking thumbnail. I was one of those kids. This is a really, really disturbing animation featuring Bart Simpson's bullies breaking into the Simpson house and brutally murdering everyone until Marge gets revenge, killing the bullies, only to bleed out. This animation is really well done, but incredibly disturbing, and definitely something that most early Gen Z kids would remember.
I didn't like it. It was crazy.
This one is pretty self-explanatory. Seeing it or scenes from it as a kid is a great source of childhood trauma. Blizzetta Boss Battle. In The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, the boss battle Blizzetta had a creepy rotating face that would definitely scare a kid. Freddy Fazbear's Laugh. Freddy Fazbear's laugh is that of a little girl's, only slowed down. You hear it when Freddy moves around in the original Five Nights at Freddy's game. This would lead it to get stuck in people's heads and freak them out. Judge Doom's Reveal. Judge Doom is the antagonist in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He is creepy as hell. He's a half-human, half-cartoon hybrid who can be crushed by a steamroller and blow himself back up. I would not want to see this guy in my dreams. SuicideMouse.avi. This is a creepypasta about a lost Mickey Mouse cartoon that caused people to go crazy. There's some portrayals of it on YouTube which were very scary to me and many other kids.
I'm fine with it though. Just walking, keep vibing.
Scottish anti-drug photograph ad. This was a commercial aired in Scotland by the name of Photograph. It shows a photo of a woman smiling that slowly shows the effects of hard drugs on the body.
A woman?
Her face gets super messed up, and it starts displaying other faces that start to morph and distort. Very creepy stuff. Shy Guy Unmasked. Ever wonder what the Shy Guy from Super Mario looked like without the mask? I sure did. This entry could be referring to some creepy art of the Shy Guy maskless, but it's most likely referring to the Shy Guy ghosts in Luigi's Mansion. You can suck the masks right off these ghosts and reveal their faces. Honestly, they aren't all that scary to me, but I can see how a younger kid might be scared by it. Violet turns into a blueberry. This is obviously referring to both Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory and Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. I can totally see a kid being scared of this scene and the existential horror it provides. What scared me most about this scene is that Willy Wonka mentions Oompa Loompa who turned into a blueberry. Said Oompa Loompa is never seen in the movies, so I always thought he just died. Coco from Animal Crossing. I mean, just look at this thing. That's creepy. Scared Shrekless. The Shrexorcist, which was that earlier entry on this iceberg, was from this special. Scared Shrekless has a ton of scary moments, everything from the abandoned Duloc, the creepy play song, and of course the stories the characters tell. The one that Puss and Donkey tell always scared me as a kid. Mario Gets Possessed. Mario Gets Possessed is one of those old Mario plush videos made by kids. In this video, the Mario plush gets possessed by a boo, and the kids put paper on his eyes to portray it. This video is not scary nowadays, but I can see how a little kid could be scared by it. Shallow Waters. Peppa Pig and the Bacon. Peppa Pig and the Bacon is a Spanish animation featuring Peppa Pig tasting bacon and becoming obsessed with it. She ends up eating her father and eventually turning the whole Peppa Pig family into bacon. The animation was pretty similar to the actual show, so many kids watched the video and were traumatized by it, including me. Tarzan Whammy. On the game show Whammy, you could spin a wheel and get a bad result. Said bad result was Tarzan, a creepy little devil man who would have to splat against the screen or hit an elephant. Mr. Davy's MLP Animations. Mr. Davy was a YouTuber with an animation style that is basically indistinguishable from the actual My Little Pony show.
This is a troll right here.
Animations, such as Smile HD, Derpy Gets
funny,
and Cupcakes were incredibly violent and disturbing.
The whole point of it is just to troll you.
I do not suggest looking them up after this. I'm gonna say do not research.
Kill them.
SpongeBob and Patrick's. SpongeBob is an old internet name for disturbing SpongeBob art. SpongeBob is creepy as hell and an excellent source of childhood trauma. Violin Girl Jump Scare. This entry is referring to a scene in Courage the Cowardly Dog. This scene is straight up scary with the uncanny stop motion animation and the loud sound. Jeff Dunham's Puppets. Jeff Dunham is a comedian that uses puppets for his shows. His most famous character, Ahmed, is a dead terrorist. And he was definitely very creepy to a lot of kids growing up. Morbid PSAs. Like the Chef Boiling entry from earlier, morbid, scary PSAs were pretty prevalent in the 2000s. Many of these disturbed kids since for whatever reason they would air on child-friendly channels sometimes. Zombie Avengers. Zombie Avengers is an old YouTube animation featuring the Avengers as zombies. This video has a comedic tone, but the imagery would be creepy if you saw it as a kid. Arnold's Nightmare. This entry is most likely referring to the scene in Hey Arnold, where Arnold falls asleep and sees him and his friend Gerald as very old men on the bus. It then pans over to Arnold's grandpa, who looks terrifying as his jaw proceeds to fall off. Jason Voorhees Unmasked.
Oh, scary.
I mean, just look at this guy. That's super creepy. There are multiple different varieties, but this Toxic Avenger looking one is probably the worst. Arnold's head freezes in space. This is referring to that one episode of the Magic School Bus where they go to space. Arnold gets upset, and then this happens.
Yo!
unsettling Simpsons scene/parodies. This could be anything from Treehouse of Horror to that scene where Homer's face melts off. There are quite a few unsettling scenes in The Simpsons. Jimmy Neutron Happy Family Happy Hour. Jimmy Neutron Happy Family Happy Hour is a YouTube animation created by Seinfeld Spitstain. I would suggest watching it for yourself. This video is iconic. It's so quotable that me and my friends still quote it to this day. The creepiness adds so much to the video and I highly recommend it. M is Bad. M is Bad is one of those classic Mario sprite animations. It takes a very twisted turn, and I will not describe the events of said video in this video. Luituma Onion Smash. This video is a parody of the classic Ivan Polka video. In this video, the woman's hand gets twisted as she spins the leak. It then reaches its peak and spins back, hitting her in the face. She's then beat up, and the song plays in slow motion. I don't know what it is about this video specifically, but it's just disturbing, even to this day. McDonald's Nose Ad. This ad is just weird. It starts off with a man smiling. It starts to pan and pan and pan, while creepy music plays in the background. It then shows that his nose is connected to another man's nose when an alarm clock starts ringing and it tells you to buy McDonald's coffee. What the Freddy Krueger kills? This entry is pretty self-explanatory. Freddy Krueger has some pretty gruesome kills. Frybo. This entry is referring to an episode of Steven Universe where a fast food mascot comes to life and becomes evil. Pretty creepy. Humpty Dumpty Kinder ad. I always loved this video.
Oh yeah, Kinder.
So I'm just gonna play it here.
Funny though.
Make up your own mind.
Shaka-dooby! Doubly shaka-dooby! Pop swabble!
So realistic.
Joy! Yodel yum and choco scrum with multi-pop swabble dies! Oh, grumbly! Me scrubble now! Snuggle! Whee!
Kinder Surprise from Ferrero.
What the fuck?
Mario ROM. This is a classic creepypasta about a ROM someone downloaded of Super Mario World. The game is simply titled Mario. Eventually, the OP finds this creepy picture. The ROM is actually real and not just a story. Jason Voorhees kills. This is referring to all the kills from the Friday the 13th horror movie series. Not much else to say except for you probably shouldn't watch Friday the 13th as a kid. DeviantArt. Whether you browse the website yourself or you watch Solar Sands look at cringe, you probably remember seeing some really weird, mostly furry/fetish related stuff on DeviantArt. And you probably wish you didn't see it. Flapjack Cat. In the show Marvelous Adventures of Flapjack, there was an evil cat with this terrifying face.
Oh yeah.
That show was weird. Syriac. Syriac is a YouTube channel who's been making these incredibly strange and disturbing YouTube videos for years. His videos definitely scared me and many others as a kid. Not Without My Handbag. This is incredibly strange and dark stop motion made by Aardman Animations, the people who made Wallace and Gromit. In this animation, a dead aunt refuses to go to hell without her handbag. I know if I saw this as a kid, I would be terrified. Let Me Hear Your War Cry. Let Me Hear Your War Cry is an edited scene from the movie Full Metal Jacket. In this video, the soldiers' faces are replaced with these disturbing mannequin things as they scream creepy high-pitched screams.
Fuck that.
I never watched this video as a kid, but I always saw the thumbnail and it freaked me out.
What the fuck?
The Scarecrow's hallucinations. The Scarecrow in the Dark Knight movie makes people hallucinate, and it's pretty creepy. Not much more than that. Call of Duty. Call of Duty should not be played by kids, but it is. By a lot of kids, especially back in the 2000s. There was a lot of both violent and scary content in these games, so it's no wonder it's on the list.
So, that wraps it up for part 1 of the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg. I hope you enjoyed this video and could relate to a few of these. This video took quite a lot of work, and
oh my. That's the thing, like, how long are the other ones?
Welcome.
15. Age restricted, that's fine. Age restricted? Why?
Well.
What the hell? What the hell?
Welcome to.
It's like 15, 20. The other one was. The other one was 24. 5. 60 minutes. That's an hour. I don't know why 3 was age restricted. I don't know either.
I'm looking at the floor for cheese.
I'm trying to find my cheese. I also can't seem to find the cheese. It's time to consume.
This is my favorite part right here. Hold up.
List number 3.
Someone lay down a sick
lad.
This was my favorite part right here. This is my favorite part right here.
To the theater.
This is my favorite part.
Theater.
I love the theater.
Everyone, go into theater 1, boys.
What are we watching?
Cheese!
The cheese!
Do you all like cheese as much as I do?
I love cheese.
It's just like I said this already, but it just made me so funny. Oh no, I'm still scared though. We gotta go. We gotta continue on. We gotta continue. We gotta continue. It's not kill time.
It's a part 2 of the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg fully explained. I'd like to reiterate the same thing I said in the first video. Now, if you haven't seen the first video, you probably should, given the fact that this is the sequel to it, and I mean, it'll probably just make more sense. And also, if you're a younger kid, I would suggest that you click off soon enough, because things start to get a bit creepy and I don't want to be responsible for any nightmares. So, without further ado, here's part 2. Below the Surface. Shay St. John. Shay St. John is a YouTube
I remember this one.
channel
It's so
that
weird.
is, well, weird. At the time, I and many others found these videos very creepy and uncanny.
I remember
but
this.
Nowadays, they are strangely funny. They're still very uncanny and creepy, but somehow
doing it?
have a weird kind of shitpost aura to them. The story
That's
behind
not
the
hard,
person
my
who
man.
made the channel is pretty interesting, and unfortunately, they passed away. Scare Theater has a good video on it, which you should watch if you are interested to learn more. James Cody's Splatter. This is a weird, low-budget parody of the Looney Tunes, where all the characters are being killed and there is blood. Nowadays, it's kind of funny how low-budget it looks. I can imagine this scaring the hell out of kids. Michael Jackson Ghost Footage. I assume this is referring to this Syriac video. It's pretty funny, but I can see being scared by it as a kid. Woody's Nightmare. Woody's Nightmare could be referring to two things.
Oh yeah.
The classic
I don't want to play anymore.
play with you anymore.
This fucking scared me,
or
dude.
deleted scene from Toy
This
Story
actually scared me.
Woody's Nightmare, which was only storyboarded and never animated, but it was on some special feature DVDs.
I was like,
the deleted scene was totally creepy and freaked
made
me
me feel
out
so
as a
bad.
kid. Final Destination Deaths. Final Destination is a film series all about killing off characters in crazy ways. Many kids saw scenes from these movies and became terrified of roller coasters, flying, elevators, etc. King Boo. King Boo is from the Super Mario Bros. Games, and he is the main bad guy in Luigi's Mansion. His design isn't outright scary, but he does have a menacing aura about him. I can see how King Boo could have scared kids back in the days. Most Brutal Metal Scream. This video is a clip from the music video of the song Dig by the band Mudvayne. Instead of screaming like you would expect the clown-faced man to, instead the audio is replaced by a low-effort, quiet, noise. The punchline itself isn't scary, but the music video itself is pretty uncomfortable to look at, and I know that it creeps me out as a kid. Eerie Nickelodeon ads. I think this is referring to those weird and creepy Nickelodeon bumpers. It might also be referring to weird commercials that aired on Nickelodeon. I'm not completely sure. Sims 2, I ate my baby for dinner. Oh god, I remember this video. The title implies what the video was about. In The Sims 2, you could eat your baby. Yeah. Someone made a video with text portraying a story. about this woman eating her baby. Weird stuff. Definitely disturbed me as a kid. Ghost Girl. Just check this out.
What's that? A bear! I told you! Didn't I? I told you I seen something! Quickly! No! I better go and tell him now.
He knew it was so funny.
What'd I say? Oh my god. What'd I say? It's gone! No, shush. No. No!
Yeah, it's still pretty creepy to this day.
Yep.
Lavender Town. The Lavender Town Syndrome is a classic urban legend about the original Japanese Pokemon Red and Blue games. The story goes that the Pokemon Cemetery area, Lavender Town, had a soundtrack that used high-frequency beats which messed with the minds of many young Japanese kids, leading to intense headaches and suicidal thoughts. This story is one of the biggest online urban legends out there, and with many people believing in it. When I was a kid, I was infatuated with this legend, trying to figure out whether or not it was true. Being a kid, I thought that since I was in the age range of the kids in the story, that I could decipher the mystery of the song. Obviously, it sounds the same to me as it did in 2013.
Yeah.
Still a legendary story that 100% deserves a spot on the iceberg. Rainbow Factory. This is a classic My Little Pony creepypasta and music video about the in-show Rainbow Factory using the blood of ponies to create rainbows. This was huge in the Brony community among the teens and adults, but the kids weren't as thrilled about it. Rasputin's death. I'm pretty sure this is referring to the animated film Anastasia. The antagonist Rasputin has a very brutal death scene in which would totally scare any kid unfortunate enough to see it. Tree Trunk's death. This is referring to a scene from Adventure Time, where a little elephant creature takes a bite of a glass fruit and proceeds to explode. Lots of comments on uploads of this scene talk about how it made them cry as kids. I can see why. Finn's Guardian Angel. Finn's Guardian Angel is this creepy-ass character from Adventure Time. At first, it's nice and comforting, but then morphs into a crazy-looking zombie face.
Yeah.
Proceeds to try and cook Finn. Pretty creepy.
It's funny after though, so don't worry.
GTA San Andreas Bigfoot plus UFO video. This is a classic and iconic YouTube video showing footage of Bigfoot in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. After some footage of Bigfoot is shown, it shows a giant glowing orb in the sky. This video is super nostalgic to lots of people, and it's a legendary video on the internet. Cute Things Exploding. Cute Things Exploding was a YouTube channel who would make videos of cute things exploding in gory ways. I know that if I saw this as a kid, it would have really bothered me. Makes sense it's on the iceberg. Billy Reverses History. I can't find something on this. It might be referring to the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, but I'm not sure. Close to the bottom of the iceberg. Zim and Dib become baloney. This entry is referring to an episode of Invader Zim where Zim and Dib become baloney meat. That's about it. Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher was the main villain of the cartoon show Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls itself was pretty dark in terms of stuff airing on Disney XD, but Bill Cipher himself was definitely one of the creepiest things. He would constantly transform into scary forms and faces. He's now one of the most iconic cartoon villains of all time. Burger and Fries the Cat. This is a video of a cat in a cage screaming at the person recording. The cat's scream is strangely human, and eventually the cat strikes at the person. Magician decapitates wife. This entry is referring to an old shock video portraying a magician accidentally cutting the head of his wife off. The general consensus about the video is that it's fake, but it's really
it's definitely underrated. Really good
Seeing
show.
this video as a kid would be terrible. The exploding tiger trick. This is a PSA about keeping tigers alive in India. They really get the message across by putting a tiger in a box and proceeding to stab swords into the box. The box then opens up, full of blood, and the message, "Tell the Indian government you don't want the tiger to disappear." Rake sightings. The rake is a classic creepypasta creature.
Yeah, it is.
This entry is most likely referring to these pictures on screen now. This creature would hide in the woods and kill people it came into contact with. Back in the day, this story was huge and scared me and many other kids. Cupcakes. Cupcakes was a My Little Pony creepypasta about how Pinkie Pie makes her iconic cupcakes by killing ponies. Earlier in the iceberg, I mentioned Mr. Davies' MLP animations. This was one of them. Like his other animations, this is brutal and disturbing. When I was a kid, the story itself terrified me and kept me up at night. And I imagine it did the same to many, many others. Gory Super Mario Logan videos. I'm assuming this refers to episodes of Super Mario Logan that had a dark twist. But I'm not gonna watch Super Mario Logan to find clip because I'm not a small annoying child. Suicide Mouse. Suicide Mouse.avi was a creepypasta about a lost episode of Mickey Mouse. This entry was in the iceberg earlier. I think the writer of it might have just made a mistake and put it in twice. Username 666.
I remember this one.
This is another iconic creepy video / creepypasta on the internet. The video is made by Nana825763 and features the user entering www.youtube.com/666 and repeatedly refreshing the page. It slowly turns into a creepy hell world with a cursed channel and blood, gore, and just generally scary stuff.
Yeah.
Turns out 666 was actually a YouTube channel at some point, but the account was deleted, which just adds to the video's creepiness. A creepypasta was written to capitalize off the fame of the original video, and of course, the creepypasta blew up as well. Samurai Jack Haunted House. Pretty self-explanatory.
Really?
Jack goes into a haunted house and creepy things happen. Happy Tree Friends. This was an animated web series that looked like a cute, innocent kid show.
It's a troll.
Colorful, friendly art
That's the
style
whole
led
point.
many kids to click on the videos.
It thinks like little kids, but then they
Fortunately,
just
the show
die.
is not how it seemed. The show was incredibly bloody and violent. Me and many other kids were fortunate enough to watch these videos and were
the whole point
probably
of it.
disturbed. Luna Game.
So stupid how they die
Luna
too.
Game was a creepy flash game that showed up on Equestria Daily, a My Little Pony forum. The game featured you playing as the titular character Luna, aka Nightmare Moon. The game itself isn't all that advanced, but what it does to your computer... But it's what it does to your computer that makes things scary. The game will eventually spook you with a jump scare of a creepy pony and install some screenshots of the game.
When did you play this?
Yeah, this is disturbing. SpongeBob Face Freeze. This was an infamous episode of SpongeBob SquarePants in which SpongeBob and Patrick make these overly detailed, grotesque faces. Mr. Krabs warns them that if they continue to make those faces, they will freeze that way. SpongeBob and Patrick ignore this and continue to make said faces. Eventually, they all freeze that way, leading to this creepy scene. I remember seeing screenshots from this episode and SpongeBob pictures that always seem to freak me out. The Dawn is Your Enemy. The Dawn is Your Enemy is a creepy bumper that would play late at night in Adult Swim. This bumper is incredibly creepy, and I can't imagine how terrifying it would be to be a kid who wasn't supposed to be watching Adult Swim seeing this late at night with all the lights off. Scary stuff. Cell Absorbs. Cell is a character in the anime/manga Dragon Ball. He absorbs people in a creepy way that some people find hot, I think. It seems like it's a weird fetish art genre where people draw characters being absorbed by this character. Yeah, I don't get it. Leela's Coma. This entry is referring to an episode of Futurama where Leela gets stung by a bee and gets sent into a coma. While in said coma, creepy and disturbing things happen. I'm not Patrick. I'm just gonna play the video.
Patrick, what are you doing here?
Yeah. I'm not Tommy/Stu. Again, I'm just gonna play the video.
What's going on, Tommy? I'm not Tommy.
Wow.
I didn't know you were coming over.
What were they thinking when they do this, man? Kids get scared very easily.
31 Flavors. This entry is probably referring to the song by Sacred Reich, which has a creepy album cover, and the song also features some screaming and cursing. Not really sure why it's this far down in the iceberg. There is Nothing. There Is Nothing is a classic creepy YouTube video featuring a woman sitting at a table with a spoon with fire in the background. She speaks in reverse, and then her face falls into the bowl. And then the video plays itself again in reverse. Turns out what the woman is saying is, there is nothing. I could not watch this full video as a kid. I found it incredibly disturbing. Demonic Baby. This entry is probably referring to the devil baby prank, where a woman would walk around with a stroller, and an evil baby animatronic would pop out and scare people walking by. The Ring and The Grudge. These two movies are about people watching haunted tapes and then being killed later by demons who possess the tapes. These movies are often compared and are both very creepy. Val. I can't even explain this video. Just watch it for yourself. It's really creepy and unsettling. Dark animation memes. This entry is likely referring to animation memes, which are basically a trend where you loop a simple animation to the rhythm of a song. There are many of these with gore or dealing with dark topics such as depression, gore, murder, etc. Evil Dead 2 laughing scene. This entry is referring to a scene in Evil Dead 2 where the character Ash starts to go crazy and sees everything in the room laughing.
I remember this movie.
Most scarily, a deer head starts laughing. So, that wraps it up for part 2 of the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg. Thank you for watching, and I would like to reiterate again, like in the first video, that if you want to see the next part to this iceberg, well, you should probably subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's the only time I'll ask for subscribers, but in this situation I feel... Here we are, part 3. Again, if you haven't seen part 2 and 1, you should watch those before you watch this.
Oh, I just did.
One more thing I need to say is that if you are on the younger side, we do get into some pretty creepy subject matter here, so I'd recommend that you might want to click off. So, I'm actually gonna keep a couple of the topics on this iceberg for the next video. You'll see why. It'll be cool. Well, if you're still here, let's do it. Gen Z Childhood Trauma Iceberg Part 3. Here we go. Bottom of the ice. Weird PlayStation and Xbox ads. This entry is referring to those weirdo early 2000s marketing campaigns that had nothing to do with video games or advertising consoles. The most iconic one of these is this creepy baby one. Dan Howell's Halloween livestream. Dan Howell is a YouTuber, mostly known as Dan from Dan and Phil. He did a Halloween livestream where it starts off with his face covered with a picture of a printed out woman. I don't know, it's weird. I can see how this can be kind of creepy. BND logo. BND was an old Russian television network. Their logo is... yeah. Ninja Turtles shock video. This was an old video of a bunch of guys dressed up in low-budget Ninja Turtle costumes. They proceed to do something that I'm not going to discuss in this video. Slender Man.
A baby?
Slender Man is probably one of the most iconic creepypasta characters of all time. If you don't know, this is the original picture. Yeah, it's pretty creepy. I was personally pretty creeped out by Slender Man back in the day, but one of my closest friends at the time was terrified of the guy. He would play Stop It Slender on Roblox and proceed to not sleep for the following night. Classic stuff. Mexican Doll Tree. I'm pretty sure this entry is referring to the Isle of Dolls, an island in Mexico filled with dolls hanging from trees. The story goes that the man who lived on that island saw a girl's corpse come onto shore. She had a doll with her that he hung up as a memorial for the girl.
I hated Slender, yeah.
Creepy paranormal things started happening on the island, so the man thought that the one doll wasn't enough. He would travel out of town in search of abandoned dolls. Nowadays, it's a bit of a tourist attraction, with many people saying it's one of the most haunted places in the world. People still bring dolls to the island and tour it frequently. Elmo Eats a Baby. Elmo Eats a Baby is this crazy little animation on YouTube. Nowadays, it's not scary, but back then it was totally scary. Goosebumps. Goosebumps is a classic horror book series created by R.L. Stine. The books are for kids, so it's nothing too bad, but as a kid, these books and TV shows were really creepy. The one that freaked me out the most was The Mask. Goosebumps is still a thing in the current day, with 2 movies featuring Jack Black, so Maybe the next generation will be able to relate to being scared to this.
The second one was okay.
Unedited footage of a bear. I'm gonna read the TV Tropes entry for this. Unedited footage of a bear is a 2014 short created by Alan Resnick and Wham City Comedy that aired as an infomercial on Adult Swim. The short is exactly what you expect it to be. Well, at first. The short does start with footage of a grizzly bear while the cameraman comments on the size of the bear's ears. However, the short is interrupted by a commercial for a fictional drug called Claridil. Donna, the main protagonist, tells the audience about how much better her life is after she started taking the medication. As the short draws on, it quickly becomes clear that something is very wrong. What results is a downward spiral into madness, anxiety, and much more. Het. Oh, I remember this one.
What?
Het is referring to a video by Vinesauce Joel where he plays a bunch of knockoff games. He plays a Russian Felix the Cat game, he loses his lives and sees a continue screen. He decides to press
after I finish this videos,
is the game over
the promo
screen
comes
that
back. Hopefully he's still there.
Terrible,
Oh God.
I know. Disturbing music
have fun.
videos. This entry says it all. Lots of music videos are very disturbing.
What the fuck?
The Undertaker kidnaps Teddy Long. This is referring to a scene from WWE where The Undertaker tricks Teddy Long, a referee, manager, and authority figure of WWE. In this scene,
Exactly,
The Undertaker
dude. What
tricks
the
him into
fuck?
going into his limo.
Happened so fast.
But inside, The Undertaker says, "Buckle up, Teddy." The back of the car closes and then fills up with fog. Teddy struggles and screams as lightning sounds and lights play. Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer is one of the most iconic creepypasta characters of all time. The story itself is pretty bad, and I don't mean bad as in like bad as in oh it was scary, but bad as in poorly written. But the picture to go along with it is still pretty frightening. The image and story would keep me up at night pretty frequently.
Oh, gotcha.
Pico's School. Pico's School was an old flash game on Newgrounds where you played
Pico.
as a boy trying to survive an attacker in school. This game is beyond messed up. Dane Bow's scariest face vid.
Did I just miss something? Or they just mentioned Pico? Wow. So Pico was the school shooter victim? Is that why you have a Uzi on his hand? Oh, here again.
On Newgrounds, where you played as a boy. Pico's School.
Oh, Newgrounds.
Pico's School was an old flash game on Newgrounds, where you played as a boy.
Oh, it's a reference. It's from Newgrounds.
Trying to survive an attacker in school. This game is beyond messed up. Dane Bow's scariest face.
Okay, never heard of that then.
Dane Bow is the creator of the classic web series turned TV show Annoying Orange. He made a bunch of really cool videos back in the day showing off his special effects. Scariest Faces was a series on his channel where normal people are sitting around talking until one of them challenges to make the scariest face they can. Their faces then transform into crazy looking monster faces. These effects are done with Dane Bow's iconic special effects at the time. I remember this creeping me out back when I was like 8 or 9. Ponce's Death, Clone High. This is referring to a scene in Clone High where John F. Kennedy and Ponce de Leon are arguing and littering. Ponce is warned that everyone is littering because they look up to him. He doesn't care but proceeds to get instant karma with a bunch of garbage blowing on him, killing him. The scene is pretty graphic and I totally see this traumatizing a kid.
Oh shit.
Bad Baby, Newgrounds. Bad Baby was an old Newgrounds animation that was just straight twisted. I'm not going to show footage of the video since it's really violent and I don't think you, the viewer, or YouTube would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ed, Ed and Eddie Lost Episode.
I remember this one.
This is referring to an old Lost episode of
I know somebody
Ed,
that
Ed,
watched the
and
episode itself.
Like most creepypastas at the time, the story had a creepy video to go along with it. But just like the rest, it was just Photoshop screenshots with VHS effects. Jack, a story from the past. This is an old YouTube animation made by Amazing Phil about a boy with 84 arms. He was bullied and made fun of.
What was it about? Well, so he explained to me what happened. He's older than me, by the way. So in that last episode, there was no scenes, right? It was literally just images going downwards. You see Rolf all buff. Double D on the ground. And there's just like weird background noise. And there's Ed with no eyes, drooling. That's all I can remember. And then it was real because there was actual ads from back then. And it actually showed like it's an actual episode. That entire episode aired that time. But I feel like that was a mistake though. That's the thing. Kids saw that, dude. It's crazy. There was really no meaning to it. That does sound unreal. It played like it was an actual episode, dude. It just had images for a long period of time. Certain sequences. I remember watching this video though. The same thing. I should be able to find it for you. But I swear to God, dude, it's crazy to think about. It's crazy. Right. That is definitely unreal.
For having so many arms, he decided to jump off a mountain. All of his hands are amputated, leading him to be known as the Octopus Boy. Yeah, it's kind of sad to be honest.
It is.
Smile.jpg.
Oh no.
Smile.jpg is a creepypasta about this picture. Apparently, it makes people go crazy and all that stuff. Classic
bad image of a dog.
Stuff. The pictures themselves are actually pretty creepy and definitely made me check behind the shower curtains a few times back in the day. Ren and Stimpy Adult Party Cartoon. This was an adult-oriented reboot of the classic Nickelodeon show Ren and Stimpy.
Love
Adult Party Cartoon tried to be as disgusting and disturbing as it could be.
It's so
The overall reception
funny.
of the show was negative given the graphic content. The creator of Ren and Stimpy is a terrible person and a child predator. He was in control of this show.
Wait. Are you able to describe what happened in that video? Because is it like PORN or like disturbing fetish or something? Because I have no idea. It's fine if you can't.
Seeing episodes of this among the original kid-friendly show was really disturbing. Little Baby's Ice Cream. Oh, I love this one. This was an incredibly popular commercial for Little Baby's Ice Cream.
Jesus, you know what? That's the thing. I look like, you know the same thing for that? I look up like decapitated heads and stuff from that brownie that react to it. I regretted it, dude. That score. I looked through it. I don't know why I did. I just like, oh my God. And it's real footages too. I made a mistake, dude. I seen those videos. I just like can't stop watching. I try being tough about it, but it's just like it won't get away from me. It's like, God, I'll say where it's fucked. But then came to a realization, like, you know, gotta stop. And I stop it to this day. But I stopped going to that site. It's crazy. Don't have these new experiences get the best of you, alright? You are who you are, and your goal is to push through those boundaries. You got this. So, I'm still here. I'm still me. I'm good. We'll stay strong together.
It featured a man made of ice cream digging a spoon into his head and eating his delicious body. The man's head is edited to look like he's been at it
sure, you can send it to me afterwards.
for a while. He stares at the camera intently as a voiceover seriously explains how happy he is to eat his ice cream. This commercial is incredibly disturbing for a lot of people, but when I was younger, I liked it for that reason.
Give me that
Turns out it was
foot.
actually marshmallow fluff that the guy was covered in. This is a classic.
This classic.
Child's Play. Child's Play is the film series that Chucky is from. I remember being terrified of Chucky when I was younger.
Yeah.
The concept of a my buddy gone evil that you can't kill really freaked me out. Ghost in Japan. This is a creepy video interviewing a guy who supposedly witnessed a creepy ghost. The most infamous scene in this video is of the ghost girl getting hit by a subway. When I was little, I actually thought this was real and, well, it messed me up for a few days. Red Mist. This is a classic, and I'd be surprised if you haven't heard about it. Red Mist, otherwise known as Squidward's Suicide, is probably one of the most famous lost episode creepypastas of all time. This story is about an intern at Nickelodeon who watches an evil episode of SpongeBob where Squidward gets depressed and kills himself. And there are dead kids, blah blah blah. It's not very well written, but one of the main reasons it's popular is because of this picture. Yeah, I'll admit, it is pretty creepy and looks pretty legit. In fact, this story is so big that it even had a reference in a modern episode of SpongeBob. Later, this reference was unfortunately censored for obvious reasons.
Obviously, yeah.
SCPs. SCPs are fictional monsters created by internet users. Some of them are friendly, while others are scary and really disturbing. The backstories are very creepypasta-like and very creepy. My personal favorite SCP is either the iPods or the pet rocks. The SCP stories are basically presented as entries made by people working with the SCPs, which makes the stories more realistic, therefore more creepy. Dirt Girl World. This was a show intended for preschoolers. The animation is basically the same idea behind the annoying orange, but instead of static fruits, it's these animated bodies. I mean, really, what were they thinking? Amber alerts and weather alerts. Oh boy, this one still freaks me out to this day. The sound of an Amber Alert is something that's both jarring and alerting, as it's meant to be. What scares me the most about it is the unknown. Before you pull out your phone and see why the alarm's going off, it really could be anything.
Yeah.
A bombing, meteor shower, military attack, etc. Obviously it isn't that, but the alarm is just straight up scary. Gary takes a bath girl. Here, just check this out.
I'm going to assault your mind with subliminal messages. Sorry you had to see that.
Squidward's Suicide. Squidward's Suicide was already mentioned in the form of Red Mist. Everything I said before stands for this. Steven gets covered in cats. This entry is referring to a scene in Steven Universe where Steven starts to turn into cats. His body parts transform into weird, squishy cat things, and it's just pretty weird. Obey the Walrus. This video is another case of people finding it either creepy or funny or kind of neither.
Oh, no,
the video starts off with Andros from Star Fox singing the Itsy Bitsy Spider in Spanish. It then starts to speed up and play backwards, and then it shows footage of a person tap dancing. The person in the video had polio as a kid, so her body movements are very uncanny. The music in the video, alongside the footage, makes it really uncomfortable to watch for some. Some say the video is made by a cult that obeys walruses, which is not true, but it's kind of fun. Scare Theater has a really good video explaining it. Peter's head explodes. As a Peter Griffin appreciator, I was really happy to see this on the iceberg. I'm pretty sure this entry is referring to the scene where Peter takes a big bite of a fudgesicle. His head proceeds to explode.
He dies every time, though.
Laugh in Thriller. This is referring to Vincent Price's iconic laugh at the end of Thriller. I can see how a younger kid could be freaked out by this. Dora No More. Oh man, I tried to forget about this, and you know what? I did, until I saw the entry on this iceberg. Dora No More is a creepy video made by the Stringini Bros. It showed Dora dying in a bunch of horrible, disturbing ways while the singer describes them. Honestly, it seems like the writer of this iceberg had the exact same childhood as I did. It's insane. Freak Fred. I'm pretty sure this is referring to Freaky Fred from Courage the Cowardly Dog. This character is a demented barber obsessed with cutting excessive amounts of hair. His overall voice, theme song, and appearance are incredibly creepy, and honestly, I'm really surprised at what they could put into that show. Salad Fingers.
Yeah.
Salad Fingers was a web series created by David Firth. The series was really creepy and disturbing. I'm not sure why, but lots of kids decided to watch at least the first of these videos, including me. It's a really good web series if you like that kind of thing. Bolbeck. This is a video displaying one of those old flash animations from Duty.com. A guy sits on a toilet, his head explodes, and yeah, that's what it is. Snow White in the Haunted Forest. This entry is referring to the scene in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Said forest looks normal, but then turns out to be scary with faces and hands and all that stuff. Definitely something that would be creepy as a kid. Blank-Eyed Girls in Adventure Time. This is an episode of Adventure Time in which Finn and Jake hear a radio show talking about blank-eyed girls. Jake thinks it's BS while Finn believes it. Turns out they end up encountering one of the girls and more arrive. Creepy stuff. Deep Waters. Gygus. Gygus is the main antagonist of Earthbound. Gygus is an evil alien who, upon failing his original mission to reclaim the knowledge of PSI from humans, intends to sentence all of reality to the horror of infinite darkness.
Obey the laws, yeah.
This creature straight up just has a really unnerving appearance and definitely creeped me out back in the day. Tails, this is referring to an infamous Sonic the Hedgehog webcomic, but I don't think I should describe it here. I don't think anyone wants to hear about it. Kraina Grisbow TV.
I'll take a word for it.
This is a Polish YouTube ARG channel. The imagery is weird and creepy, and there's a whole story behind the weird imagery. I know I would be terrified if I happened to click on one of those videos when I was a little kid. Sharptooth. This entry is referring to the T-Rex in Land of War Time. He's scary and attacks the main characters. Seeing this movie as a little kid in love with dinosaurs is a great source of childhood trauma. Rubber Johnny. Rubber Johnny is a weird little alien creature from a music video made by Chris Cunningham and Aphex Twin.
What the hell?
The special effects on Johnny are actually really good, and the way he moves is just full on Uncanny Valley. His voice is weird, and just the whole thing is uncomfortable and creepy. Yume Nikki. Yume Nikki is a Japanese horror RPG. The game is really creepy and has an amazing soundtrack, which you've actually heard in part 1 and 2 of these Iceberg videos. The imagery in this game is really creepy, and I'm glad I never played it or watched playthroughs of it when I was younger. Creepy tape found in Croatia. This is a YouTube video with a description stating that the footage was released by the police. The teens in the video have been missing since. It starts off with kids just messing around until they see a man standing in the dark. They then approach and encounter the man. He's hunched over and has a creepy mask on. He then starts to approach the boys and they run away. The creepy man finds the boys again, so they run. The boys decide to go to what looks like their school. They open the elevator and see the creepy man inside. It immediately cuts off. I personally think this video is fake and reminds me a lot of that old Polybius Found video.
True.
It's still very creepy.
Yeah.
The Sneeze, how germs are spread. This is an old CGI educational video showing how germs are spread. Nowadays, the outdated animation is oddly nostalgic, but I can see being scared of this as a kid. You know, seeing how easy it is for germs to spread and all that. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is an iconic horror book series for kids. The illustrations are to this day very scary. I never read any of the stories since the imagery of that clown made me want to stay as far away as possible from them. I've heard that the stories aren't necessarily the scariest nowadays, but are still remembered as terrifying. Wonka's Boat Ride. This is referring to that classic scene from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. After Augustus Gloop falls into the chocolate river, Willy Wonka pulls up a big pink boat made of candy. It proceeds to go into a dark tunnel.
If you read the story, you would be.
Willy Wonka creepily recites a dark poem while scary imagery is shown on the walls of the tunnel. Most notably, a chicken's head getting cut off. This scene is just a whole mix of scary stuff, and honestly, it's a little bit baffling as to how it got into this movie. Pencil Face. Pencil Face is referring to a short film made by Scad Shorts. It features a little girl finding a giant magic pencil with a creepy face. She draws multiple things that become real, kind of like that SpongeBob episode. Eventually, she draws a spiral which creates a black hole thing. The pencil continues to have that creepy smile on its face when she is sucked into it. Tiny the T-Rex. This entry is referring to a scene in the Disney movie Meet the Robinsons, where the villain goes back in time to steal a T-Rex. The T-Rex almost eats the main character and proceeds to get pizza dough shot at it. I think this is on the list because it's just generally a scary scene for little kids. Mr. Krabs' Bloodlust. This entry is referring to an old YouTube poop portraying Mr. Krabs intentionally killing the health inspector from that one episode with the nasty patty. Creepy imagery is shown, he goes to jail, kills the guards and proceeds to kill Squidward. He then tries to kill SpongeBob, but SpongeBob uses a bomb to take them both out. It's kind of funny nowadays, but I can totally see being scared by it as a kid. Dairy Queen monster ad.
I love this one. Exactly, it's funny. Come on. But it's scary though.
It's kind of awesome, right? The effects are really good for what they are, and
Monsters
it's pretty
Inc.
cool. Honestly, it's pretty creepy, but I personally like it. Although I could totally see it being really scary as a kid. NX_VCJZMQ9W. Apparently this video is from the Adventure Time episode, A Glitch is a Glitch. And honestly, it made me pretty uncomfortable. Imagine being just an innocent kid watching Adventure Time and then you see this. Happy Meal. This is referring to an old video featuring a man in a suit being chased by an evil monster version of Ronald McDonald. He gets attacked and tries to shoot the evil clown. Bullets do nothing and he gets eaten. The video is watched by many unsuspecting kids, and the video was recommended a lot when I was watching videos of McDonald's toy reviews. I remember seeing the thumbnail and being scared to misclick on the video. Scrooge puppets from Polar Express. This is referring to that scene in the Polar Express where those kids went into a room full of puppets.
Yep.
A creepy Scrooge puppet starts being operated by some weird man on the top of the train. I remember the scene always made me uncomfortable when I was younger. Billy the Puppet. I'm pretty sure this is referring to Billy Jigsaw from the Saw movies. Saw movies are totally scary, and the puppet who causes all the torture is also very scary. Kuyang Duyan. This is referring to an old YouTube video. Yeah. Apparently, it's showing an Indonesian legend known as a Kuyang. The video is really uncomfortable to watch. Luckily, this is actually just footage of an Indonesian fortune teller who has, quote-unquote, the body of a fox.
What the fuck?
The low quality of the video just makes it somewhat believable. Spooky Buddies. This is referring to the movie Spooky Buddies, which is part of the Air Buddies series. I'm assuming there was some spooky Halloween stuff in this film that scared kids when they were younger. You're Not Perfect. This is referring to this incredible scene from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yep.
It shows this weird CGI trumpet fetus thing that whispers. Yeah.
Wait. Oh my god.
Pretty creepy. WP Kept KW.
Oh, surprising.
WP Kept KW is a mysterious YouTube video showing a blurred out, deformed looking face with creepy music in the background. Apparently, this video is cursed or something. There's a lot of debate as to who the blurred out person is. Some people think it's Rick Astley, others think it's Hitler, and some people think it's Michael Rosen. Either way,
Big ass lips though, I can see it.
Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Super Mario 64 might not seem creepy, but some people who've already played the game feel a sense of dread and loneliness from it. Mario is kind of the only friendly character in these desolate worlds filled up with enemies. There are a bunch of things in the game that are just straight up creepy, like the eel in Dire Docks, the evil piano in the Haunted Mansion, and of course, Wet Dry World. If you haven't played Mario 64, then I would highly recommend it since it's one of the best games, well, ever made. Popsicle by Twisted Grim.
I agree.
I'm glad this video is on the iceberg. I'm just gonna play it for you. I remember seeing that when I was like 9 and being freaked out by it. And
so
just trying to
horny.
forget it. But
That
nowadays,
boob.
I think the video is hilarious and I'm glad it's here. For whatever reason, this awakened a lot of nostalgia in me, and I'm not really sure why.
It's funny.
Fallen Angel in Catalonia. This entry is referring to an old YouTube video of two Spanish men walking around in the woods until they find this thing. Yeah, I remember being super scared by this. Some people thought it was proof of the rake, but it's probably just a drug addict or fake.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up for part 3 of the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg.
There's still more. Oh my. That's one.
Part 4 of the Gen Z childhood trauma iceberg fully explained. Well, here it is. This has been a bit of a journey. I don't want to waste too much time, but this is a good one. It gets pretty creepy from here. As always, if you haven't seen part 1 through 3, I would highly suggest that you do that before you watch this one. And if you're on the younger side, well, I recommend that you might want to click off, because we get into some scary subject matter, and I'm talking some really scary
Oh my
stuff.
god.
Well, here we go.
Them pussy little bitches.
No return. Real Demons Caught on Tape. Real Demons Caught on Tape is a classic YouTube video portraying a man being attacked by demons. The video itself is short but gets everything it needs to down. The man recording flees to his bedroom and sees a bunch of hands coming out of the ceiling and walls. Small arms start to come from under his door, and eventually a humanoid creature made out of hands appears. This video is really creepy and the special effects are amazing. Many kids thought this was real, and for good reason. As one of the comments reads, this looks like a scene out of a high-budget horror movie that never got finished, and yeah, it definitely does. Evil Barney. This entry is referring to a weird sub-series of YouTube videos portraying Barney to be evil.
True.
I have no idea why, but people are obsessed with making evil Barney videos in a bunch of different formats. One of the more popular types of these videos is basically slideshows with pictures of evil Barney with MS Paint drawings on it.
MS
in
Paint.
these videos, creepy music would play as it showed Barney being evil. There are also videos playing the Barney theme in reverse, while text would display the supposedly hidden messages in the song. Yeah, it's hilarious nowadays, but back then I personally found this
So
stuff scary.
many.
But I can't watch any of these videos without going into a fit of laughter nowadays. Squidward eats SpongeBob alive. This entry is referring to this image that was spread around the internet. I'm pretty sure I either
Don't worry,
saw it
we
on
won't pass the
Roblox
6 hour
or
mark.
YouTube, but
I'll try not
regardless,
to.
the image was pretty disturbing back in the day. Harry Pothead. Harry Pothead is most likely referring to this old Newgrounds Flash game. In it, Harry Potter smokes a bunch of different things. Eventually, he smokes a pistol and shoots himself. Yeah, pretty disturbing. This game was actually made by Tom Fulp, the creator of Newgrounds. Realistic Mario asking if you want to get scared out of your mind. This entry is referring to this video.
Realistic.
Want to get scared out of your mind?
I remember seeing this picture of Mario back in the
Who
day,
made
and
this?
it always just made me uncomfortable.
This is uncomfortable,
As a
dude.
huge Mario fan at the time, seeing a weird version of him was always just, well, weird.
Yeah.
Pinkie Pie loses her mind. This entry is referring to a scene in My Little Pony where Pinkie Pie thinks that nobody cares about her party, so she starts getting depressed and going crazy. There's one iconic scene where her eyes go to the side and she makes a psychotic smile. Everything around her, these inanimate objects, start to move and start talking. Yeah, not something you'd really expect from My Little Pony. Jackass transformation. This is referring to that infamous scene from Pinocchio where the bad kids start to turn
Oh
into
my
donkeys.
god. Right.
When I was younger, I really never
I
wanted
was
to watch this part of the
so
movie since it was always
scared.
very disturbing.
It was like,
Kool-Aid Killer.
Is that who's gonna become?
This is a classic
Am I
Dane
gonna
Bow
die?
video.
Like, dude.
It's in the format of a trailer for a horror movie.
Fucking
The
god.
Kool-Aid Man
This
effect is
Kool-Aid
like
Man.
that of the annoying orange. which
You
makes
can't
it
drink
look really
anything else
creepy.
but Kool-Aid.
It shows the Kool-Aid Man killing people, and of course the effects are cheesy, but I remember being pretty scared by this when I was
You
younger.
can only drink
It's a
Kool-Aid.
great video, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. Racist Mario. Whew. Racist Mario is a YouTube animation that most people watching this have probably
Why is she
seen.
covered?
It's a video portraying Mario going through a racist, murderous rage while in a game of Mario Kart. I don't think YouTube would like it if I described the events in this video, but it's definitely
same here.
very scary given all the blood and screaming and violence. Who's hungry? Who's Hungry
okay.
is referring to an old YouTube animation displaying a story similar to Hansel and Gretel. In this animation, 2 kids are abducted by an ice cream man. Turns out the ice cream man makes ice cream out of kids. The little girl stabs him with a crowbar, seemingly killing him. The girl saves the boy only for the ice cream man to come back to life. Fortunately, he slips and falls into a blender. The girl then activates the blender, killing him. This animation is really good, but very scary. And I'm actually just remembering this now that I'm pretty sure I actually watched this video back in the day. Like, while I was writing the script for this, I didn't watch it. I thought I was seeing it for the first time.
Bro.
I actually think I remember this, which just makes it that much creepier. Bunchy the Green Llama.
I never seen
If you were on the internet during the late 2000s / early 2010s, you'll probably remember this guy.
What even
I
is
always
that?
liked him, but I can see how some kids found him scary. Deke logo. This is referring to the iconic logo for the animation studio Deke. I'm guessing it's on here because some kids might have found the giant text coming from the sky scary. Pingu's Nightmare. This is referring to that classic scene in Pingu, where Pingu goes to sleep and has a nightmare with a giant creepy seal.
Dick.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy, and I didn't like it as a kid.
That was creepy.
Dexter's Lab's Sore Eyes. This is an incredibly weird scene from Dexter's Lab, and yeah, it's pretty creepy. Not much more than that. Men in Black Monsters. This entry is pretty self-explanatory. This is simply referring to the more creepy monsters in the Men in Black movies. Dolphin Muzzle. Dolphin Muzzle is a YouTube video showing off a weirdly realistic-looking dolphin costume. The video is uploaded by North Fur, who sells plastic animal faces for costumes and furries and stuff.
That was like a thumbnail for Napkin's video.
Let's just move on. Rigby's Fear. This entry is referring to an episode of Regular Show where Mordecai and Rigby watch an old horror movie about a haunted taxi.
Oh, come on.
The imagery of the horror movie could be totally scary to younger kids, the way it eats people and spits out their bones. Later, Rigby has
just
a bunch
a regular
of
show, nothing wrong
which are pretty creepy. I could totally see myself being scared by this when I was younger. Valve Intro. I remember whenever I opened up TF2 or Gary's Mod, I always felt pretty uncomfortable looking at this guy, which I assume other people did as well.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the guy. I mean, imagine just having that thing in your head. Yeah, pretty uncomfortable. General Scar suffocates in space and dies. This entry is referring to a scene from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. The episode seems to be a monkey's paw sort of plot. The character General Scar gets tempted to be the ruler of the world by this wishbone, a skull that would tempt people to use it and, well, mess things up according to their wishes. General Scar gets a statue of himself erected under him. The statue continues to rise up until it reaches the upper atmosphere. General Scar then brutally suffocates in space in a very disturbing way. Yeah, I don't know how this made it on Cartoon Network. Junji Ito manga. Junji Ito is a manga artist who makes really scary and disturbing art. His art is beloved to this day because of its incredibly creepy subject matter. Honestly, yeah, this stuff is really scary to this day. Klasky Chupo. Klasky Chupo was the animation studio behind many iconic shows in the 90s, including the Rugrats.
Remember that?
This was their logo. I personally thought it was cool as a little kid, but I can see how this could be creepy. Bong Ching Dong Ghost. This is referring to a viral horror webcomic. It's most notable for this scene. It was played by many popular YouTubers at the time, and I remember it freaking me out. Raka Raka's Ronald McDonald videos.
Oh, come on.
This one hits close to home.
It's fun.
This entry is referring to a series of videos made by the YouTube channel Raka Raka, showing Ronald McDonald being incredibly violent and brutal. Nowadays, the videos don't really have the same shock value that they used to. At the time, these videos made me really, really uncomfortable and disturbed. And many others.
That's true, yeah,
the way I used to get rid of the stress from watching these videos is I'd write Raka Raka on a piece of paper, and I'd tape it to an open door and then shoot it with a Nerf gun. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Raka Raka, if you couldn't tell. Peppermint Park. Peppermint Park was an old puppet show that many people find incredibly disturbing, and yeah, it's creepy. I know that if I saw this on TV as a little kid, I would not like it. The show was the butt of the joke in many YouTube videos for its scary look. Lost Media. This subject is pretty broad, but I can totally relate to it. It could be anything from A Day with SpongeBob to Crybaby Lane or that Freaky Flicker movie or whatever it was called.
What the hell?
I was very interested
It
in
was
loss
so
of
damn
media,
big.
and well, I would get freaked out by it at times. It's a really cool subject that I don't think should go anywhere, as lots of cool stuff is discovered from the community around it. The Dark Depths, Iggy35. Iggy35 is a YouTube channel that specifies
Andrews,
in making
why
creepy
you do
videos
this
with
yourself?
special effects and puppets.
You're too
Obviously,
curious.
any of these can be scary when you see them as a kid.
They warned you.
Bloody Door. Bloody Door is referring to an old YouTube video portraying a bloody door. Said bloody door opens to reveal a man with a stroller. He puts his hands into the stroller and pulls out blood and then starts to spread blood all over his face. There's tense and stressful music that's played through the entire thing, and it's just pretty scary. The man then vanishes and the door closes. Just when you think the video's over, you get jump scared. Apparently there was some sort of thing about how if you watch this video, you'd get killed or something, and it was popularized by Rhett and Link doing a reaction to it. Clerds. I don't like this video. Clerds is a weird, furry animation thing with annoying music, repetitive animation, and a bunch of sexual furry images flashing on screen.
Oh, I see.
The video has a
Meaty.
significant dislike to like ratio, and yeah, I hate it too.
Malio. Malio is the Mario equivalent to Ouija, who I discussed in the first part. He was portrayed as doing some creepy things back in the YouTube poop days, but I'm not really sure why he's this far down the list. Katie's Scary Face. Here, I'll just play the video.
Oh, so scary.
Yeah, I think you know why it's on the list. Creepy
Yeah.
chin faces. This is referring to those videos of people drawing eyes on their chins and doing weird stuff with said chin faces. I always thought they were funny, but I can see how people could find them creepy. Amy Gets Possessed. This entry is
Mario.
referring to a scene in the show Sonic X, where Amy Rose gets possessed by ghosts.
Super Mario is the remember you told me you sent it to me. I remember now.
The ways her eyes change. Drag Me to Hell. Christine
you showed
Brown
me
is
this
on her
before.
way to having it all. A devoted boyfriend, a hard-earned job promotion, and a bright
I
future.
recognize it now.
But when it comes to make a tough decision that evicts an elderly
Shit
woman
wasn't
from her
bad, though.
house, Christine becomes the victim of an evil curse. Now she only has 3 days to dissuade a dark spirit from stealing her soul before she is dragged to hell
This
for an
movie's
eternity
so
of
dumb,
unthinkable
dude.
torment.
I
Reads the
watched
description of
it.
this movie. Of course, a bunch of creepy stuff happens, and it's very scary.
It's so
Evil
stupid.
Elmo. This could be referring to a number of videos portraying Elmo being evil,
Don't
with
watch
the
the
infamous
movie.
malfunctioning
So bad.
Elmo doll who made death threats towards a kid. The video by the name of The Story of Email.
So James?
I love this. This video by the name of The Story of Evil Elmo is hilarious by today's standards, but terrifying in 2008. I honestly, you gotta watch The Story of Evil Elmo. It's so good. Nightmare Wolf. This entry is referring to a YouTube animation released in 2014 by Tony Crying Night. It's a pretty creepy animation portraying a wolf running through the woods
So
as creepy things flash on
stupid.
screen. Eventually, another wolf is found. Said wolf turns its neck around, twisting it, and has a creepy face.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm glad I never
Relax.
saw this when I was younger. The House 1 and 2.
I recognize that music. It's from Halo. It's from Halo Reach. Oh my god. Memories.
These were point-and-click horror games, and yeah, well, they're creepy.
Wait, no. No, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's from Five Nights at Freddy's. The good ending.
Sad Satan. Sad Satan is an incredibly mysterious story
Actually, I
about
don't
a
know.
supposed horror game from the
Been
deep
too long.
web that includes incredibly disturbing
I
and
tried.
illegal content in it. There are a bunch of videos covering this, and they do a way better job explaining it than I can.
The footage of the game itself isn't the creepiest, but it's really the story around it that's what's scary. Vicious 516's Creepypastas. Vicious 516 was a YouTuber who made a whole variety of videos including creepypastas, and creepypastas are scary. The original
Really?
Lights Out short
Damn.
film. This entry is referring to the classic short film Lights Out.
I wish
You
I
probably
watched the
recognize the trope of
streams.
having the
I would
lights
have
off
enjoyed
and
them.
seeing something only for it to disappear when you turn the lights back on. And yeah, this
I don't
is
know.
it.
I never did it before.
I remember being really scared by the concept
I
of this.
regret it
And I
ever
think I actually
since.
first saw it in a My Little Pony
Which
animation.
is why,
but
actually,
I'm not completely sure.
I'll be real with you real quick. That's honestly one of the reasons why I stuck into like streaming things. 'Cause I love watching people, and I love streaming myself because I miss out on so much things that happen. And doing it in live streams is just like part of my interest rate. I always figured out what to do, what I can do, and I just really enjoy live streams. So here I am now. A little fun fact real quick.
Sure. Still very scary. Max's Nightmare. This is referring to the opening scene from a Goofy movie. The scary part is where Max, the son of Goofy, transforms into his father, Goofy, in a weirdly disturbing way. Monster House. Monster House is a classic kids horror movie using motion capture CGI. I had known about it for a while, but I only saw it in October of 2020, and well, while I was watching the movie, I was thinking, how is this for kids? Everything down to the way the characters
look like
move is creepy, and
like
there's
her
some
kid,
things that are straight up
like
scary,
him.
like the wife's dead body controlling the house and the way that the
I honestly
house
found her
eats people.
attractive at the time.
It's
I don't
a
know
good
why.
movie, and I would recommend it if you haven't seen it. Scooby-Doo.
I know it. It was like when I was a little kid though. Like good memories. I used to watch it because I don't know. I don't know actually. I thought of that. Really, you don't like it? The memes are funny though. The movie is a bit out of taste, but the memes are still funny though.
Zombie Island. This one is pretty self-explanatory. There are zombies and creepy stuff in this Scooby-Doo special. Bart the General. Bart the General is either referring to the classic Simpsons Season 1 episode of the strange YouTube video of an Australian man named Toadfish moving into Springfield. The video is incredibly bizarre and ends with Marge cheating on Homer with Toadfish. This could also be referring to the scene in the actual episode Bart the General, where Bart imagines his funeral. This footage is often used in fan-made depiction of the creepypasta Dead Bart. SpongeBob is evil. Oh, I love this one. SpongeBob is a classic YouTube video portraying an evil SpongeBob piñata. The acting is super cheesy, the editing is super dated, and it's just perfect. The video is fantastic, and I would highly recommend you watch it. I found it a bit scary when I was younger, but now it's just the perfect video. Omegle. This one is pretty broad, but also pretty self-explanatory if you know anything about Omegle. But if you don't, Omegle is a website where you and a random stranger talk to each other using your webcams. It sounds fine,
what I
right?
said.
Well, it's not. Unfortunately, people often stream disturbing and inappropriate things to Omegle. Most of the time it'll be men exposing themselves or something showing a violent crime. Thing is, it used to be trendy to go on Omegle and look for fans as a YouTuber. Lots of YouTubers have small children in their audience. Said children would go on Omegle in hopes of seeing their favorite YouTuber.
That's what I'm saying. Looks like the battle
pass.
pass.
Lots of kids did this, and that's why it's on the list. Ghostscape. Ghostscape is a creepy point-and-click horror game. It's creepy, and that's why it's here. Old YouTube Arabic videos. This is referring to a plethora of old Arabic YouTube videos. These videos often have loud, foreign music and lots of text flashing through the screen.
Watermark.
This genre of YouTube video is often parodied nowadays for its bizarre content and confusing, unnerving visuals. The video on screen now is one of the classic ones that was more popular. Yeah, I always felt like I shouldn't be watching these videos whenever they came up. Smosh Found Dead. This is referring to an old Smosh video where the Smosh guys find a flyer on their doorstep for a weird restaurant. They decide to go to it and are greeted by a creepy man. There are only two things on the menu, a hamburger and a mushroom pie. They get the mushroom pie. Their waiter is the same man, and so is the chef. They answer some questions from Twitter until they see one from the owner of the restaurant saying that he has locked the doors and that he will kill them. They call the police, but the police officer that arrives is the same guy that plays all the characters in the restaurant. They black out and the camera goes to black. The camera comes back on, showing the man in Ian and Anthony's clothes, pretending to be them. It then shows Anthony dead, shirtless, and the man moving his mouth as if he's talking. The video has a very comedic tone, but clearly lots of younger fans of Smosh thought it was real, or at the very least found it very disturbing.
Yeah, it's kids' perspective.
This entry is referring to a video of a boy with some sort of facial deformation jumping up and yelling into the camera with a bunch of different effects and music playing over it. I can see how this could be kind of creepy, but in all honesty, I just feel bad for the boy. Update on this actually. This is actually Justin Simbidis. He still has a channel nowadays. It's by the same name. And basically, he does Funko Pop videos, reactions to music, some interviews and stuff. It's good stuff. He suffers from progeria, which is an extremely rare progressive genetic disorder that causes children to age rapidly starting in their first 2 years of life.
Wow.
Children with progeria generally appear normal at birth, and not many survive it.
Wow.
But he's still going strong. He's got his YouTube channel, he's got a Twitter. I would suggest checking him out. His videos are pretty good.
Damn, dude.
Elmo Eats a Baby. This is referring to this
strong.
animation. It was on the iceberg a little earlier.
Yeah, we were just this one.
Yeah, if you saw that video, you know it. It's this animation. Zom. This entry is referring to an old zombie apocalypse animation.
Zom.
The animation itself is pretty good. The most disturbing scene in this animation is probably the one where all the innocent civilians are standing at a gate being blocked from entering, only for a bunch of zombies to tear them apart.
Shit.
Run the Gauntlet. This entry is referring to a shock website that displays incredibly disturbing footage of real-life events. There are around 20 levels in this, and each one gets worse and worse. Do not research this. I've warned you. Everything on this website will mess up your mind no matter what age you are. Do not research this under any circumstances. LiveLeak. LiveLeak is another website, kinda like YouTube, but with no rules. There are incredibly disturbing things on this website, including footage of real-life violent crimes. This website should not be visited by anyone.
I visit
Japanese McDonald's ads. This is a really bizarre series of commercials that aired in Japan that portrayed Ronald McDonald as a psycho stalker. There's a video on YouTube compiling said commercials.
Yeah, I know.
I remember seeing them and having my view on Ronald McDonald shaken. Honestly, what were they thinking? Yelling Creature. Well, this is it. The final entry on the iceberg. Yelling Creature is a YouTube video created by Rob Herman. I'm gonna have you watch the video. Just check it out. Thoughts? I personally love it. I can see how many people can find it creepy, but I just love it. Everything down to the background, the weird clay body of the creature, and the annoying orange style face, and of course, the sound it makes is just incredible. There are actually some sequels to this video that not many people know about. We have Yelling Creature Santa.
No. Are you Santa Claus? Shut the fuck up. Jess.
And Yelling Pumpkin.
No. No.
So I guess it's kind of a seasonal thing. It's honestly so good. I love it.
I love it too.
So, that's it. The entire Gen Z childhood
Love the music, by the way.
trauma iceberg fully explained. I put lots and lots and lots of work into these videos, and it sure has paid off. To all my new viewers, I want to genuinely thank you. The reception these videos have gotten is just incredible and makes me very, very happy. Of course, huge thanks to Guff for both this iceberg and the collaboration in these videos. He was really great to work with, and whenever I had a question about one of the entries, he was always there to answer it. I hope you guys stick around for my other stuff, and you will probably see some other iceberg videos in the future. I hope these videos didn't unearth too many traumatic memories, although I doubt that's the case.
Oh, we
Thank you all for watching, and, well, have a good one.
I cannot believe I've been through the entire parts. That is insane, dude. Hold on, let me go to this YouTube channel. That is insane, dude. Wait, this just came out. This is 3 days ago. This was just 3 days ago. Yeah. Sorry about that power plant, but dude, wow. The guy was very settled though. He only explained it and just showed images that are okay. But it could be very disturbing though, because on kids' perspective, it's okay. I'm here to entertain you guys. Alright. Now, we have some time. What do you guys want to do before we end the stream? And I want to make sure power plant, you can definitely decide. But to answer your question, Andrew, dude, I send you an anime. Let's watch it then. Oh, this one, or this one, or this one. One is 4 minutes, and this one is 13. That's like, yeah, let's do it. A recap. Oh. You don't want to watch this one? Sure. Fine by me. Well, this looks nice. What the hell? What's going on here? I love the lighting and stuff. It's like a blender. Oh shit. Let's see what the hell's going on. We're searching for something. Or either they're going into something. But let's find out. Chase after her. Damn. Better pipe down. Ooh. Oh, love that hair. Okay. What are you guys up to? Why are you guys doing this? Task Corp wins. Oh, it's a game.
And it's another victory for Task Corp. What a performance from this top-tier team, and especially their superstar captain, Belle Montier.
Wait, what? It's the wrong one? What are you talking about? Oh, I'll keep watching.
And here's Tari, the rookie that's captured all our hearts.
Season 2. Oh, I see it. The whole series? Hold up.
Video game.
I don't think I can make it. It's almost 6 o'clock. It's almost 6 hours.
Everything. Jobs, entertainment, lifestyle. It's the engine that powers society itself. And to make it in this society,
Government, thanks for being here, dude.
A lot. Be it in FPS games, platformers, battle royales, you name it. There are gamers who train every waking moment of their life in hopes of becoming the best. And at the top of the food chain, you have meta runners. People who are willing to replace their limbs just for a boost in accuracy, dexterity, and performance.
That's kind of crazy, though.
Legions of fans who adore them, meta runners are the best of the best.
Of course, they sacrifice their own limbs.
Until the world sees what I have planned.
What do you do?
Until the world sees you, Tari.
So Tari? What's wrong with Tari? What is she all about? Is she a metagamer?
What?
You did it! You beat the game in record time! I'm so proud of you, Tari.
anyone there?
We're going to ramp up the difficulty a bit.
I want you to try your best.
This is okay.
No! Shut up!
Doctor! What the hell?
Just hang in there! I'm trying to!
Cyberpunk. Metal Runner. Listen, Promptland. Should I even like continue this? It's almost like 10 minutes. You seriously want me to watch this?
Oh, hey, did you want to send?
No, sorry. Just looking.
Games are everything here. That's her.
Dang it! Is something wrong? Like these ruins! Thank you so much! Oh, it was nothing.
Exactly.
Huh? Oh.
Excuse me, ma'am. I bet you've heard of gaming chairs that go 180 degrees. But can yours do this?
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
I can't feel my legs. How do you grab legs?
So she's experiencing the world. That's nice. Is she new to it? Like, was she never born there? Was she created?
Wait a second. Is that? Hey, that cybernetic arm. You're a meta runner, right?
Excuse me, can I have your autograph? Oh!
That's true. Okay. I'm about to stop from there. Proplant, thank you so much for showing these videos. These are like new things I never even begin to understand, but I'm willing to watch it for you. Thank you very much. But we're gonna end it from here. That way we can separate the videos for YouTube on different categories of the game and let Corey do that. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'll definitely keep this video on the same time lapse and we will definitely come back to that, right? Exactly 4 minutes. Thank you so much, Corey, for that. But if you don't want to do that, it's fine. Just do it and put it as private. That way I can edit myself. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Much love to all you guys. You guys are amazing. And I would definitely be streaming again. Most definitely. I really enjoyed this day. I really did. Much love, guys.